Yes, yes. Super on time, kinda, like, almost exactly. I coulda gone earlier like Steve Lookner, who went live right away. Tucker Carlson totally switched up what I was gonna do for the show today. Today's show was gonna be completely and utterly mind-blowing. Might tell you something about it, but first, because of this news, we will have to, reschedule that particular thing. So maybe that'll be tomorrow or something, maybe if the show ever broadcasts again. So, hey, everybody, guess what? Guess what? Today, we're on Rumble, I think. I mean, I don't know if the damn website works. I want to talk about that today, too. This was going to be called, I don't know, is it called the Rumble is Dead Party? That's what it was originally called. It's supposed to be streaming. Let's see. Piece of shit website where everybody says Tucker Carlson is going to go. Sorry, man. Oh, I'm sorry. My language already. And I'm letting my feelings get the better of me. Let's see if it actually goes live. I think I have it set up correctly. Yeah, you guys have no idea. But let's see. We're going to do the opposite of what other people do. We're going to take people from Rumble and get them to subscribe to YouTube. Let's see. I have been streaming for a little while, and I don't see, it says waiting for stream. So let's see. I have it set up. Rumble, it says streaming. All right. So who knows, really? I mean, really, who knows? You guys should see the back end of that website. You think they're going to pay for Tucker Carlson? Okay. Let's see about that. I want to see Tucker Carlson go to Rumble and make it work. Let's see. Let's see how much money Rumble really has. They have their stock price is up though today. So I was going to talk about that. We'll let people get settled in a little bit before we really get into it. I'm still looking at Rumble, and it still says waiting for a stream, even though I put in their information, I believe, into my live stream. Yes, yes. We're live. They wouldn't let me change my thumbnail though. The thumbnail was a phoenix rising from the ashes through a toroid field. That was the prompt, at least for chat for Midjourney. A phoenix rising from the ashes through a toroid field with subliminal hints of the number 12. I can't find the subliminal hints, but maybe that's good. Maybe they're really subliminal. Did you guys have a good weekend? Oh my God. If I could tell you about my life, if I really could, but I am going to tell you some stuff like you're going to be shocked. Maybe not today, because today we have other stuff to talk about. But man, you're going to be the channel will the name Lift the Veil, you will understand once again. I have a conspiracy theory today, like a pretty solid one that's safe for advertisers. The big show is going to be called, just so you're ready for it, when I'm ready. That's when we're going to talk about my handler back in the Pizzagate, Hampstead days. I can't say more, but sometimes people tell you to do things that make a big impact. Wasn't even your idea. Wasn't even my idea. I'll tell you about it, but maybe not today. But get ready. It's going to be serious. So let's see. What do you, man, so hard to decide what to do first. I have several topics to cover today. The big news, clearly, is that Tucker Carlson was fired from Fox News. I have I don't have a conspiracy theory about it yet. Well, although I have a theory, there's like complete chaos in news. Like news is in chaos. Everybody's having problems, and I understand it because I've tried all the different ways. I've seen a lot of stuff, and I kind of get it. I've had people offer to advertise with me. I've had people come on my show and pitch stuff, and people invest in it, and then it actually like probably lost all their money. I know what it's like. So yeah, I do have a theory about a theory of everything. It has to do with money. That's my theory of everything. And money. It just like if we make everything simple, just say, okay, let's all tie it back to that. But there's other stuff too. So anyway, Don Lemon got fired. I should update my headline because it might be fake news. But I'm going to show you an example of a title from a video from a popular creator who everybody knows, which is like the most wrong you could possibly be without anybody caring or saying anything at all. Bud Light loses $4 billion. Sales down 70%. I'll show you that. Bud Light stock is back. I'll show you that. Okay. So the different topics for today, and I apologize. I'll fill as much time as possible talking about Tucker Carlson and Don Lemon, if anybody cares. Mostly Tucker Carlson. Why he got fired, maybe speculation. What he's going to do next, maybe speculation. Who's going to replace him, speculation. And like who's going to pay him? Like where is he going to work next? Tim Pool said he's worth $100 million. Okay, cool. Maybe he is. So am I, really. Like I'm worth that. But nobody wants to hire me because like I'm controversial. No, I'm not worth that yet. I'm working on it though. I'll get there. But there's something. I mean, you can be worth something theoretically, but somebody has to pay you. And as a matter of fact, often they pay you more than you're worth. And a smart person should probably take that deal every time. Just like everybody who took a deal on Rumble. I'll talk about Rumble. I do have to talk about that. Their stock is up today, a couple percent, I heard. Thanks, Robert. Robert says, this just in, Nathan Stoltman fired from LTV. I know. That's why I'm here. I had a job before. I worked for somebody before. I worked for people before. I have problems working for people. I have problems with people telling me what to do, unfortunately. I have problems controlling myself, but I'm getting better. Like I am. I really am getting way better. But even so, I'm not completely in control of the things I say once I get into something. And that's what I want to talk about in regards to the segment about Rumble on the last show, which very few people will be exposed to. But which I'll contend would have had a big impact if people did take me seriously. So we have to talk about that. Like, is it worth it to be taken seriously? Because I have conflicting views about it, having been right back in the day, like 5 years ago, 6 years ago now. I'd go live. Everybody's, lots of people tuned in, people trolling me, people want to destroy me, people want to expose me, people want me to kill myself. Literally. That's what you get for being influential. So let's see. Are we going to get there? So we're going to cover that on this show. So let's see. The topics we're going to cover. The topics we're not going to cover today, which will be covered on future shows, but you're going to have to make sure to tune in and stick with it even when you're like, oh, this isn't going anywhere. What's this guy talking about? I disagree with this. Oh, man. Just stick with it. Eventually, I'll find something that you agree with. But yeah, I say a lot of things. People it's hard, saying things that people take offense to all the time. But I'm really trying. So Tucker Carlson, okay. In the news today, let's see if I can cover all of the different topics that I want to cover. I want to talk about Tucker Carlson and Don Lemon. Don Lemon, nah. We'll play the clip of Don Lemon, why he might have gotten kicked off. Like, Don Lemon hates women. He's like some homosexuals seem to. Okay. You guys know that I'm cool with their life, their lifestyle and stuff, is how they want to practice it and whatever. But it's true. Some homosexuals have something against women. So Don Lemon shows that sometimes, showed it kind of blatantly in his commentary about Nikki Haley. Just the most ridiculous commentary you could ever say. Somebody's running for president. I'll show you that. I'll tell you. So yeah, I would have fired him too. He's a loose cannon. People don't like him either, Tucker Carlson, though, really hard to figure out. I mean, he's super, super successful and famous, but they still cut ties. So why did they cut ties? Am I correct saying he got fired? Maybe not completely. I should have said Tucker Carlson out from Fox News, the same way Axios did. Could have been mutual. Speculation, I'll talk about the speculation. Trump VP, I'll talk about that speculation. Presidential pick. Actually, we'll check the betting odds. Tucker Carlson, you can bet on to be like the Republican nominee. You could have this whole time. The whole time I was thinking, he's not going to run. He's got a show. He likes millions. He's way more influential. I mean, you can argue that Tucker Carlson is what? Wow. I was going to argue that he's more influential than Joe Biden. And let me think about it to see if I want to argue that. But I could come up with an argument for it. Most watched TV host on cable news, like by forever. In my opinion, irreplaceable, although he will be replaced. I have a favorite. Were there a betting market on who will replace Tucker Carlson? I have a favorite. You guys might know. I've already been trolled about it. I already responded to the troll. I told them it wasn't very good trolling because I didn't get triggered. But people love it when I get triggered. So do your best. Tucker Carlson. Okay, so we're going to talk about those things. Then the conspiracy theory, which I don't know, I just think is true, but people say, oh, really? When I tell them, I'm like, oh, this is what happened with Bud Light, Joe Rogan, Bud Light, Budweiser, Joe Rogan, and everybody getting fired, or 2 people so far getting fired. I'll have to pull up all the links. So I'll tell you that theory. Like, basic, I'll tell it to you. once we get to that segment. If it's really awesome, I figure out how to have time, I'll cut it out, make a shorter video with it, which will also be demonetized. But we'll see. We're going to try. I'm challenging YouTube now because they demonetize everything, literally everything. I put up my video about Rumble called Is Rumble a Scam, which is a short segment of a completely, well, I'll talk about that. And I'll tell you about the commentary about it and why I'm streaming there today. How do I even, maybe people can tell me, where do I go? Let's see. I don't want anybody from YouTube to go to Rumble. That's not my intention. A lot of people thought that I was complaining about not, holy crap. Great. Awesome. 16 followers. Meme Savage says, okay, somebody's promoting their own YouTube content in the chat. Okay, cool. Great. We have people, hey, Rumble, what's up? Say hi or something. Tell me what's going on there. Like, I want to know. Tell me it's awesome. Nobody's been watching my videos, but people say if you go live, that people tune in. So I'm testing it. Say hi, like say hello. I'm interested in you. I want to know what you're all about. What do you want to see? How can I be better? Okay. Tucker, Don Lemon, Joe Rogan and Budweiser, and the conspiracy theory for the show today. Advertiser friendly. Alex Stein, have to talk about that too. A guest who has been on this show twice, actually. Well, man, maybe more. I've known Alex Stein since way before he was famous. He was trying to be famous when I knew him, but he wasn't yet. He was going on Flat Earth podcast. That was his main thing. And then I had him on as a guest and stuff, so I know him. And he is under attack, very much under attack. So I definitely want to comment on that and those attacks and how, and tie that back to the reason that you try and try and try. You do everything right. You get popular. And then people want to take you down. And then Brittany Venti. God. I have some things to say about that. Brittany Venti turns on him. I would call her a name. But I don't want to get hate speech or whatever. But I just thought, really? Wow, that's messed up. When I saw that, I was like, really, Brittany? That's what you're going to do to Alex? Okay, I get it. So, Rip the Veil says, can we whip up an AI thumbnail of Tucker for this? If you'd like, sure. You want me to? Yeah, that'd be cool. I love the AI thumbnails. Sometimes what I do, oh man, you're going to make me talk about AI and then people are going to be like, well, are you talking about AI again? What's wrong with this guy? I want to hear about Tucker. I want to hear about Trump. I know. Okay, so I have so many things to tell you. God, how do I fit it all in the time that we have? Let's play the intro to the show and get into the news because there are a lot of things there are a lot of different things we have to get to, and time is our most valuable commodity. You can always, that's what they say. You can always make more money, but you can never make more time. Remember that. It's limited. It's not real, but it's limited the way we perceive it, at least. We still we'll be, we can't die or anything. I mean, we're around forever, but like the amount of time we have in this thing, limited. So that means I appreciate you being here, you giving me this time. That's cool. We'll talk about how you can pay for it if you want, but it's up to you, your choice. And I'm pitching myself as super advertiser friendly, because I don't know if you can survive without that. Okay. So thanks for joining me. Appreciate you guys, appreciate the support I've been getting for the show, and giving me some time to not think about the other things going on in my life. So hopefully like all of us can do that. And like if something makes you laugh, awesome. Okay, here we go. Okay, cue musical intro. Boy, that's brilliant. I do think some things in the world are real. Like you guys. You guys are real. Most of you. Most of my listeners, I think, are not just in my head. I think I have the metrics to prove it. You've taken a leap of faith today. What is that sound? And I apologize if you take offense. I'm a little offended myself. Welcome to our show. Welcome to the future. What it is. Joining you live from sunny California. It's a beautiful day today. I'm your host, Nathan Stoltman. And I bring you the news, the real news. Yeah, I think so. Kind of. Okay, we better get started. Let's go to I saw Rip the Veil was asking about a thumbnail pick. Okay. All right. It'll be quick. We'll try one. Thumbnail pick. That's in my secret Discord where you'll never be invited. Oh man, I'll tell you why though. I'm so traumatized from before. Let's tell Midjourney. Imagine Tucker Carlson fired from Fox News. I'm just going to type that in. That's what I always wanted. Was an assistant, a thumbnail assistant. And I'm so happy the AI can do that most of the time. So we're going to wait for it to generate it. Okay. And so the news, Axios. Let's see. And I think the Washington Post wrote about it. I have to look into it. So let's see what all we can find. I was listening to Lookner to get all the details. I'll have to look at Rumble stock too. All right, let's see. Tucker Carlson out at Fox News. That is an appropriate headline, I believe, because they're saying it could have been mutual, but it was after the Dominion thing. And I want to talk to you about what the Dominion thing revealed about Fox News in case people didn't look at that. But there were private text messages and stuff, which I take seriously. Tucker Carlson out at Fox News. I'll read the Fox News on Monday. That's today. Said the network and its star primetime host, Tucker Carlson, have agreed to part ways. That's the official line. After more than a decade. Driving the news, Carlson's last program was Friday, April 21st, Fox News said, meaning Carlson did not get a chance to sign off to his viewers. Oh, God, that reminds you of something. That's 111 days into the year, weirdly enough, this year. On future shows, we're going to talk about the significance of dates. April 20th is sometimes 111 days into the year. 9/11 is 111 days from the end of the year, April 21st. Why it matters. The news comes days after Fox News reached a historic 11th hour settlement with Dominion Voting Systems for over $787 million. Details, quote, Fox News Tonight will air live at 8 p.m. starting this evening as an interim show helmed by rotating Fox News personalities until a new host is named, unquote, Fox News said in a statement. The network said it thanked Carlson, quote, for his service to the network as a host and prior to that as a contributor. All right. So let's see, like, what did he do? He didn't have Sidney Powell on because he said Sidney Powell was crazy, just like I did. Release the Kraken, my favorite. My God. Release the Kraken. It's all going to come out. She had the greatest news. People believed it. I made money off those people. Somebody wanted to bet me $1,000, actually $1,200, that Trump was going to be president. And I didn't take it because I knew, I was like, oh man, that's the craziest odds ever. And I only took him for 240. I took Titus Frost for $100 or $120. He bet that Trump was going to be president. Meanwhile, I was like, no, these people are insane. Like, I'm sorry, but these people are actually crazy people. Rudy Giuliani, like, he's not like these people. Tucker knew that. He's not stupid. He knew Trump was acting crazy. He said it in the documents or in the leaked text. They're smarter, you know. People are smarter than their listeners, and they realize that, and they control themselves. I have trouble with the control thing, the impulse control stuff, but they're smart. Tucker Carlson. Who was the other one? Ingraham. I think she hated Trump too. Thought they were all idiots. Tucker Carlson out at Fox News. But yeah, I don't think he really pushed much election conspiracy stuff. You know, Katie was telling me, I don't watch the show like regularly, but he's good, you know. He is really good, I think, genuinely, which is rare, which is valuable. People that can do that kind of thing, super rare, super hard. He's good. I wished, and one day maybe I will be able to clone Tucker Carlson and write fake news segments read by Tucker Carlson, because then people would think it was more important than if I say it. But go ahead, Katie, tell me. Tucker had RFK Jr. on just recently, who says stuff that is crazy controversial. I mentioned it. I mentioned that's why he's has no chance as a candidate, particularly as a Democrat. But regardless, people who tell the whole truth, or what they think is the whole truth, without really playing politics, do not succeed typically. People like Tulsi Gabbard, for example. Tucker had on RFK Jr., who spoke about holding Fauci to account. He also has on people like Jimmy Dore, Glenn Greenwald, a bunch of alternative people that are whatever it is, his team is tuned in. Like, they realize that these people that the mainstream media says are irrelevant because they're on Substack or what have you, are actually totally relevant. and smart and stuff. So, with him gone, will the spot for guests like Jimmy Dore, Glenn Greenwald? I'm trying to think of the other guy. I'm trying to picture him. What's his name? He's been on there too. He's kind of left a little bit. Michael Tracy. He's been on there. Libs of TikTok. Chaya Raychik. They're like best buds. I mean, he did a whole paid news segment with Chaya Raychik. It's different. It's different, man. It's different. The kind of content you make for that is advertiser friendly, and it's different the kind of content you make that people feel compelled to pay for. They're almost, I don't know, they might be opposites, really. Advertiser friendly content is free. Anybody can watch it. And people would, but I mean, usually if something's free, people won't pay for it. It's a stupid thing to say. Well, this is free. You guys send me money for some time. Speaking of which, somebody hold on, let me post my link. If you want to support the show, whether you're on Rumble, YouTube, oops, I almost put the wrong link. Go to buymeacoffee.com/lifttheveil to support the grift, as they say, what they call the grift. I'll put a banner up on the screen too. So I believe Washington Post, maybe I saw Lookner say that the Washington Post had some kind of Washington Post. Or let's see. People are all upset about paying for check marks. I could get into that news too. Tucker Carlson is out at Fox News. There was a campaign to get Tucker out. For sure. There was a coordinated campaign. In fact, when I saw the news break and the first search I did, Tucker fired from Fox News, most of the results were from places like NGOs and stuff with campaigns targeting advertisers, I guess, which is what they do, telling them that Tucker has to go. Yeah, when you're effective, man, that's the worst, man. They want to hurt. They like, if you're effective, oh, that's bad. I can tell you about when I was effective. Well, and how that's problematic. But yeah, when you're effective, geez, valuable, but controversial. You got to say the right things. Let me see what Washington Post says. Yeah, I was in an argument with not an argument. I don't argue with people. I love people. Sometimes I say I hate people, but that's not what I mean exactly. I mean it in a really loving way. Tucker Carlson is out at Fox News after Dominion lawsuit disclosures. So it appears that the Washington Post angle, based on the headline, they don't say Tucker Carlson is out at Fox News because of Dominion lawsuit, but they say after Dominion lawsuit disclosures. That's the way you write a headline if you're implying that the Dominion lawsuit was the reason. It's just like it's just like the headlines. Bud Bud Light lost $4 billion after Dylan Mulvaney. That's all you can say. You can't necessarily say because. You can think about it. It might be. And then you can correlate it. But you can say, oh, yeah, well, it did happen in close proximity to Dominion lawsuit disclosure, the Dominion lawsuit. $787 million. I mean, holy Nikes. And I don't know. I didn't look at the case closely enough to see if they deserved it at all. I was threatened to be sued. I'll tell you about that in the discussion about Rumble by a company I criticized because of a video somebody told me to make. They didn't tell me to make the video about that company. It was about somebody else. But man, they were really mad. I really, really made them look bad. But I was right. That's the worst. Oh God, they hate that. If you do it and you're correct, man, that's really bad. Let's see. The apparently hasty parting. Carlson gave no indication he was leaving in his last nightly appearance Friday. And the network was still running promos for his show Monday morning. Came less than a week after Fox settled the defamation lawsuit. Carlson was among several on-air personalities expected to testify. Carlson's private messages were among hundreds of internal communications made public in the course of the lawsuit that caused angst, or some people say angst. That's the really sophisticated way to say it. Angst. And embarrassment for Fox, and seemed to heighten the company's legal jeopardy. Among other comments, Carlson expressed skepticism of the election fraud. Okay, here we go. So this is what Tucker Carlson thought privately, but knew better than to say to his audience, which would have tuned out, just like they did to my show. People didn't want to hear it. I was on DLive. Everybody was talking about, oh yeah, he's gonna be like, he is already president, and then like the inauguration's not even real. Trump's got this. QAnon. That's what people wanted to hear. So Tucker Carlson knew that and didn't say that the election fraud claims didn't seem to have merit. Different from what I did. I did the stupid thing. So, but I really thought. So dumb. Like, who does that? Privately, Carlson expressed skepticism of the election fraud claims made on air by attorneys affiliated with Donald Trump, and declared that he passionately hates the former president, whose rise to power had been cheered by Fox. People say I have TDS. People love Tucker. They're like, oh, Tucker's going to be Donald Trump's VP. Really? He said he hates him, and then he retracted it because, Trump supporters get pissed off. He said he hates him. And, a lot of reasonable people felt the same way, but no, there aren't many reasonable people. There really aren't very many reasonable people. Most of you aren't even reasonable. Some of you, like a few. But, quote, do the executives understand how much credibility and trust we've lost with our audience, unquote? Carlson wrote to a colleague in a message a day after Fox. Oh, yeah, right. He was mad, right? Everybody was mad that Fox that they actually called the election as that Joe Biden won, because they were really mad about that. It was a sentiment echoed by others at Fox in the fall of 2020, as even network officials who disbelieved Trump's election fraud conspiracy theories fretted that countering them strongly would alienate their conservative viewers. Very smart. Really smart. I'm trying. I'll learn. Do not alienate them. Do not alienate them. Love them. Praise them. Say they're awesome. And then see if you can. In another message, Carlson referred to management with an expletive. Quote, "These efforts are destroying our credibility," unquote. He later wrote, quote, "A combination of incompetent liberals and top leadership with too much pride to back down is what's happening." Notably, he was not given a chance to say goodbye to the mammoth audience he had amassed in his years as a primetime host. His executive producer, Justin Wells, is also leaving the network. Fox said that the 8 p.m. time slot, that was my old time slot. I went head to freaking head. I mean, really, I was in there, in the mix against Tim Pool, Tucker Carlson, like the best of the best. And people still, huge audience here at Lift the Veil. Now we changed our showtime. Now we're up against Owen Benjamin. Let's see. I'm going to try to take his. We're going to try to win over the Bears. I made my first reply to an Owen Benjamin tweet today. I'll tell you about it. We're getting in the mix. 53 years old. Okay, cool. 53. Okay, check this out. Oh, man. I don't even want to go there. Talk about conspiracy theories. Okay, here's a conspiracy theory for you. Who's older? In reality, or I don't know what reality is exactly. Guess. I'll run a poll. Cool. I'll run a poll. That's what's cool about YouTube. Has cool features. For one thing, your comments coming through my feed, I can set it up through my special thing. Bongino is on Rumble. Okay, we're going to talk about Rumble. Yeah, Bongino got fired too, I guess. I don't know what he did. Not super familiar with him. $53. Okay. Now here's what we're going to do. All right. If you're on YouTube and you chat and I'm interested or something, or I think it's funny or relevant, I can show your message. So like you can compete with each other for who can be the most interesting here on YouTube, but not on Rumble. Rumble, I don't know what's going on over there. I have to have a whole new screen for that. Poll time. You ready? This is a conspiracy theory portion of the show. Not me. Hey, thank you. Not me. Hey, thank you. Should I change my title? I want to be accurate. I'll change it. Can I? Okay, I will. Hold on. I think I can. Let's be accurate. And then I'll show you what everybody does. Yeah, everybody lies, right? Or yeah, well, I don't know. I don't want to accuse them of lying. Sometimes doing things by accident that are wrong, just because you're not quite smart enough, is better, actually. Like sometimes if you're just mistaken, it works out better. You're like, oh yeah, Budweiser's going out of business. I mean, did you hear their stock price is down like 70%? All right, hold on. Thank you, not me. Appreciate the feedback. I updated it. It just shows you. Oh, I think Tucker Carlson out. Tucker Carlson out. Mutual, they say. But what do you think? Why would he walk away from it? Let's think about it. If like I was Tucker, he's got freedom, kind of pretty good freedom, more than I have, really. Like he can say stuff on his show that, like, frequently, I would see segments on his show where I thought, that's lucky. He gets to say that. I can never say that. So that's nice. Okay, so he had that freedom. He could book his guests. He could talk mostly about the things he wanted to talk about. Millions and millions of dollars. How much money was he making? Do you know? Somebody said he's worth 30 million, or maybe a lot more than that. Well, look at the stock price. Okay, let's do the poll. Who is older? I won't tell you the answer yet. Who is older? You know who's going to be? Tucker Carlson. Oh, man. I could throw in Joe Rogan too, but I think Tucker's about the same official age as Joe Rogan, I believe. Who is older? Not looking it up. Tucker Carlson or Alex Jones? A lot of people know the answer, so it's not really fair, but we'll see what the results are. But it's so funny, man. So funny when people make fun of you for conspiracy theories that you have, when they think crazy stuff too, and like you think to yourself, oh, okay, cool, that makes sense. Oh, yeah, I'm being really crazy. Alex Jones. Got it. Who's older? Alex Jones. So, yeah, Tucker Carlson averaged 3.32 million total viewers. How does that compare to Tim Pool, for example? And for people saying he's going to go to Rumble, why wouldn't he just go to YouTube and have ads? I mean, don't they run ads right now on their YouTube videos? I don't know. I mean, I have YouTube Premium. People say they like Rumble because they can play the videos with their phone locked or something. That is nice. That's why I pay for YouTube Premium. It's completely 100% worth it for me. I hate ads. They make me crazy. But some people say, "Oh, what are you, stupid? You don't have an ad blocker?" Okay, you're right. But that's all right. YouTube, I'll pay them. I give enough money to other people I don't like. 3.32 million viewers. Wonder what Tim Pool gets. Let's take a look at stock prices, huh? See how they're doing. Fox stock is down. Yeah, this is. I guess I'll give you my theory about it. It's like an overall theory about entertainment, I guess, that you have to have advertisers for. Because you notice he did different kinds of content on TV where the advertisers advertised than he did for the behind the paywall section, which is where he interviewed Libs of TikTok, for example, Chaya Raychek, who is Chabad Lubavitch, just like Jared Kushner. And she went to Yale and Harvard, just like pretty much everybody who you've heard of. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's engineered or anything. I have no idea. She came up with a good concept. Sometimes it's all it takes. Good concept and hard work. Alex Stein did it. Good concept, high risk, good payoff. Hey, Shimmy, did I? Do you want to go outside or anything? Hold on one sec. I have to make sure to take care of everything. Let's look at stock price for. We're going to look up. Well, I have it on Anheuser Busch, but let's look up first Fox News, if there is such a thing, or is it just Fox? Fox Corp Class B, Fox Corp Class A. I assume that's Fox News. There's an Israeli Fox, different. Fox Corp Class B. We'll look at that. Class B. Well, it's not down that much. Really. It's not down that much. So let me talk about my theory about it. They must have had a problem with advertisers. That's all I can figure. The whole thing that's going on YouTube has to do with advertisers. And the reason Rumble isn't successful, I don't think. Sorry, I'll give you my argument about that. But the reason I believe that Rumble isn't successful, besides that their platform is, honestly, besides that though, I'm not sure that people want to advertise. And actually, Twitter shows that too. Like Elon Musk found that out. Free speech is not advertiser friendly. Matt Walsh learned about it. Free speech is not advertiser friendly, not for advertisers that want to reach everybody, because it's important you don't offend a large portion of the demographic that you're advertising to. I guess it makes sense. I'm just figuring things out. I don't know. I didn't know. I'm trying to figure things out. But Tucker Carlson, advertisers might have had a problem with him. He was maybe just too controversial, for TV. And Bill Maher, for example, says controversial stuff, right? Pretty controversial stuff now for, liberals. Probably offensive to some liberals, for sure. People say, right? Bill Maher, transphobe, what have you. Doesn't have to worry about advertisers. That's what always made HBO great. That's what made HBO better than TV. And in fact, it's what makes a lot of Netflix better than TV. A lot of Netflix is brainwashing garbage. But when people are just paying for something, you can do, what people want to pay for. That's why Substack worked out for a lot of writers. That's why, in theory, Rockfin is good. That's why, in theory, I don't know how Rumble works. But advertisers, they don't want you talking about some of the topics in particular. I've thought about it more. There are certain topics in particular that I could have talked about, I don't know, somewhere else. I was obsessed. I had to talk about him. But I realize now, like, some people find certain things too offensive. Even Elon Musk. That's why you have to look at people. Even people who you would think would be on your side. Elon Musk, the Sandy Hook, that did it for him. He's like, no, it's not cool, Alex. Like, we're not going to let you back on. So I get it. Some people are offended. Like, it's hard because I often don't understand why, because I don't get offended when people talk about crazy stuff. But some people really do. I've run some of my ideas by people about that one thing, that really bad event that everybody talks about. I just had some questions. Now I got to live with that for the rest of my life, I guess. I was just like, oh, yeah, I mean, it's not wrong to question history. Tell that to Gabe Hoffman. Trying to get on his good side, though. Somebody send a message to that guy. Tell him, Gabe, come on, man. We can be good. I'm anti-hate. I'm anti-hate against that. I did not have my opinions based on hatred, but because I'm kind of, yeah. Sometimes I just get interested in stuff that would be better if I didn't talk about. So sometimes it's good to have a handler. Sometimes, if you listen to him, I'll tell you about that on another show. So yeah, the stock's down 3%, $1. I don't know. I don't know if any liberals are going to say Fox News, just like conservatives did with Budweiser. They're not going to say Fox News going out of business, sales are down, advertising revenues down. They lost billions. Somebody quantified the amount of money that their market capitalization is down today. But now I just think they must have decided, I want to try to think about things as much as possible as a business decision for the most part. Corporations, first and foremost, are there to return value to shareholders. With their decision to fire Tucker Carlson, they have to justify to shareholders why they had to do it. So I'm guessing that's it. And so, I don't know. I don't know who's going to hire him. Let's check out Rumble stock. And then we'll talk about his replacement possibility too. Oh, yes. And we can check on our. I don't know. They just make me laugh every time. I don't know, man. There's just something about it. It's so funny. I should have done it in 16:9 format, though. I've learned how to do that. I'm looking at the AI generated. So funny. I wish it knew what I looked like better. My picture is AI, the one that's like in my profile picture pretty much everywhere now. People like it. They're like, oh, that's cool. My dad's like, it looks like you, but just better. I was like, oh, I think that's nice. Let me show you the AI picture just for fun. Paulzar says, Tucker really got fired? No, not really. I believe I updated my headline. Well, maybe. They say it was mutual. So technically speaking, it's inappropriate to use the headline that I originally used, which is that he got fired. Technically, that's inappropriate to say. He's out. They split up. Don Lemon fired. Don Lemon was fired. But those pictures of Tucker are funny, man. World Goyim Unite. The ADL has been trying to remove Tucker for months. Yeah, I mentioned that. Well, yeah, when I searched just don't underestimate them. The ADL, I mean, and groups like them. Don't underestimate their power to do things. They do it they do it to smaller accounts. They'll do it to big stars like Tucker Carlson. But yeah, I don't know. Campaign to fire Tucker from Fox. Let me see. Try to show you. I'll do a 16:9 picture. Imagine Tucker Carlson fired from Fox News / aspect 16:9. 16:9. Why is it 16:9? Why is vertical video bad for us? Why is vertical video actually making us sick? Our eyes are this way, right? They're not like this. They're not like one on top of one another. They're side by side, so we can see wide. That's why movies are widescreen, because that's how we see. We don't see up and down. It's stupid. It's funny. Funny pictures, right? Still can't do words yet. Pretty funny. They're not quite exactly right. Yeah, let me show you the campaign to fire Tucker Carlson. See where this all came from. It matters, these people. I'm not talking about the Jews. I'm talking about these people. The people that want to cancel people. And when I say that term, I mean it totally respectfully. Gabe. Like, we're cool. actionnetwork.org. I don't know, NGO or something. Sign the petition to Fox News, fire Tucker Carlson. Activists have been organizing for years to pressure advertisers to defund his racist, misogynistic. I mean, he's not even. I'm trying to think. Like I'm keyed in when people are. I don't think so. I don't know. Did he do any dog whistle stuff? I mean, he talked about the great replacement stuff, but liberals talk about that. So it's not really a conspiracy theory. I mean, yes, white nationalists talk about it, but it shouldn't be considered explicitly racist to say something that Democrats have been saying mostly privately for a long time, that it'd be better for them if there were less white people and more other people, just because statistically the non-whites vote Democrat more. It's not crazy. People say, oh my God, you're saying what are you saying, that we need to get rid of them? Or no, it's just, I don't know. Shouldn't be that shocking, but it is super shocking. Can't share certain things. Truth, wrong to say. Truth, can't say it. Move On had a petition. Fire Tucker Carlson, moveon.org. There's CNN headline from 2021. World Going Unite got it. It's not months. World. Years. This article from the New York Times is May 3rd, 2021, over replacement theory. Yeah. Just like me. Like, they call me a Holocaust denier. That's all. Constant. Like, well, I'm sorry. One person, one powerful person. If I'm like, oh, hey, what's up? Don't talk to me, you Jew-hating Holocaust denier. I'm like, what? What are you talking? Like, that's what you get hit with. That's why, better not to be known. Then they don't pay attention so much. But no, I'm careful. I am very advertiser friendly. Since 2021, May 3rd, 2021. ADL. There's a YouTube video about it. Just because they're talking about replacement theory. I mean, come on. Yes, if you use replacement theory as justification to kill people, then that's not cool. But like, I've read every manifesto, right? The manifesto from the shooter in Christchurch was called the replacement. I think it was called replacement theory or something. And I won't get it. I can't talk about the reality or what have you of that event. But let's just say, to the extent that the shooter was motivated by that ideology, well, it's wrong to kill people. Can we agree on that? I don't know. It is. It's bad. Killing people, I don't agree with that. That's wrong. So yeah, what he said in his thing, not cool. But does that make Tucker? Like I said, I'm actually kind of sensitive as a former Democrat voter, liberal-minded person, and still, I'm plenty of values. Free speech was a liberal value once, apparently. I don't know. Here's another article. Calls for Fox News to fire Tucker Carlson grow louder. I mean, the shooter in Buffalo, I read his manifesto. He was motivated by memes in some cases or infographics, which were oftentimes totally true, you know. But because of that, they'll say, "Oh, the infographics are racist or something." But if people are, it's the bad people, not the facts. It's the bad people. Tucker Carlson never said we need to go around killing black people or anything. Sorry if I'm probably triggering stuff in the algorithm. I'm saying it's wrong to do that. YouTube. Susan, it's not Susan anymore. Who is it? How do I make friends with him? How do I tell him I'm a good guy? Like, I'm on your side. He never said anything like that. But that's the kind of crap they get you for. So, yes, there was a campaign. Confirmed, there was a campaign. If you want to support this show that you're watching now, Tucker Carlson might be doing the same thing soon. He might be asking for my advice. I'll tell him, oh, yeah, just set up a buy me a coffee. You'll be cool. Do like a t-shirt giveaway. You'll get some subscribers. I don't know what he's going to do to make 100 million. What are they saying on Twitter? I replied to a bunch of stuff. I said that Steven Crowder asked. Steven Crowder. Let's see how we're doing on Rumble. Holy crap. Hey, Saltman son. It says there are 42 people tuned in. Holy cow. Rockfin, you have competition. But Rockfin, people give me tips. So we're going to have to work on that over on Rumble. Oh, we're doing something. Wow, this is really happening. Holy cow. Wow, I didn't know it was going to work out. Tulsi Gabbard is my opinion. I thought she was good. Some people troll me. This guy was like, he was like, I'm trolling you. I said, oh, okay. He goes, oh, it's okay. Tulsi will save us. I was like, really? I just took it seriously. Sometimes that's the best thing to do. You might realize somebody's trolling you and just take them totally seriously. and see what they say. He was like, "Oh, Tulsi will save us." I said, "Well, what makes you think that?" I said, "I think she might host his show." And I do. If I had to bet on it, I'd say that's my pick. But because I've been following her, and she's always talking about the thing, the like hot topics and stuff. She's kind of like a truther in a weird way. Like she'll go after super controversial stuff, but maybe her aloha mentality and stuff, and maybe she won't get on the bad side of advertisers. I don't know. You guys decide. Some people like Tulsi, some people don't. Kent Woods, cool. I lost my my wife thinks I lost your first one. I actually kind of got like, I was like, I don't think I lost it. Thank you for that. I have one other issue that has to do with the t-shirt shop that I really have to deal with. And I just have like, I have to solve this UPS problem. They make it so difficult to solve problems. I just want to call somebody, explain what happened, and get this person their money back. But they got their new shirts at least. Thanks, Kent Woods. You're cool. I may have sent out 2 and lost, and the post office lost one. Not sure, but we took it. Our mistake. No big deal. Truthclothing.io for that. So, yeah, Tulsi, JJ Hempcrete there. Yeah, it's always UPS that loses it, not USPS. Well, so you guys were, hold on. Let's make sure we're finished with this new segment. We haven't talked about Rumble stock yet, but yeah, we'll talk about Rumble stock and roll into the next segment. Wow, look at this. It's always UPS that loses it, not USPS. Well, it was $10 more for USPS shipping, which I agree, I prefer. Although I hadn't had a problem with UPS before. JJ, I lost did you get your money back from UPS? JJ, how about this? If you've solved the thing with UPS, I would rather do this as long as I can before I have to get my hair cut, then go drive for DoorDash, get paid for that, and pay you to help this guy out. Would you want to do that? It gives me it gives me anxiety thinking about it. If you could do that, I would pay you. I'll give you all the information. You did it once, right? They said they're going to give you your money back, right? JJ had a big order. JJ's the best. One of the best. I don't want to pick favorites. But JJ's been around. You've been here. Oh, you're going to know. JJ knows the handler. Maybe. JJ, do you know who my handler was in 2017? Who told me to make that video about David Seaman? You know Stephanie, right? The catfish situation. We're going to get into that in future episodes. I'm ready. My memory is better. I'm ready. I figure as long as we're just gonna give everybody everything. Okay, cool. JJ, great. You're signed up. Contact me on the thing. I'll send you the information. If you can do it, oh yeah, it's worth it's worth it to me. It's worth it to me. Katie's no good on the phone and she's busy. And I already tried, and so thank you, JJ. That's cool. Okay, Rumble. Now we'll talk about this segment on Rumble. Oh, Jelena knows. Jelena, you didn't know? I'm doing it. Jelena knows. People can verify what really happened. I never really, for some reason, I'm ready. Now, Jelena knows. She was there. She was part of it. Crazy. Now people are doing it to Alex Stein. So messed up. Who's putting him up to it? That's what I want to ask. That's what I want to ask. I was put up to it. They didn't even have to pay me. Just had to convince me that was the right thing to do, and that they were totally ended David Seaman's like forever. Wasn't even my intention. Wasn't even worried about it. People were like, "Oh yeah, you need to talk about this guy." I was like, "Oh, I'm not interested," but made a really popular video. I'll tell you about it. Nocturnal Intern says, "I love my LTV shirts." Cool. I don't even advertise them anymore much. I'm wearing one of the coolest. People, sometimes it's really weird. Sometimes I wear my Lift the Veil shirt. I give away, okay, I'll run an ad. Sure. Thanks for being here, everybody. Say hi if you're on Rumble. I see the number 50, which is a big number, but I only see 2 people in the live chat. We are trying to discover if Rumble is a real viable platform. So let's take a look at their stock price today. Nocturnal Intern, cool, nice picture. Truthclothing.io. If you want to buy a shirt, if you go to buymeacoffee.com/lifttheveil and become a member for $7 a month, and message me. Really, the best way is on Twitter. Direct messages are open, or Telegram, but that's harder to find. I'm a little afraid to give it to more people. Twitter, though, I have open DMs. So become a member for $7. Message me, and I will give you a code. If I owe somebody a code, just remind me. I have a lot of things. I'm like crazy busy, mostly because it's really, really, really weird. Mostly because I kind of like doing something where I'm not trying to impress people. And actually, I guess I like doing this because I stopped trying so hard. But then again, I want people to, I do want people to not, totally hate me. So I do have that drive. Okay, let's see if we can get more people tuned in. Thank you, everybody who's here. Thanks, people who are already donating at buymeacoffee.com/lifttheveil. If you become a member, message me or email me, but it's complicated. I'm not so good at email. Rumble. Now we're going to get into it. Rumble, then, oh, shit, man, I got a bunch of stuff to cover. All right, let's see if we can do it in the time period allotted. Rumble stock, people are saying, is up. There is one person on Twitter who I blocked recently. For the first time I blocked somebody, I was just like, and this one guy, everything I say, he's like, "You're wrong." I'm talking about Bitcoin. The price goes down one day. The guy's trolling me. How's Bitcoin doing? Rumble stock. I guess I did say something about Rumble back in the day. I was like, "Oh yeah, Rumble's having problems." The stock was way down at one point. Publicly held company. Wow, big boost. Let's take a look. Okay, hold on. Let me show you that. Rumble stock. Bradley Scarborough, thank you. I do not. I have intentionally. I'll explain it. I have intentionally, in a way, made it actually kind of hard to find me on Rumble because you have to look me up by my name, Nathan Stolpman. Nathan Stolpman, the same as my name on Twitter, the same as my name on Rockfin. And I would probably just change my YouTube thing to that too, because that seems to be what I don't know. I don't even want to call people serious. Nobody's really serious. People who aren't trying to be anonymous often use their real name. That is how I appear on Rumble, and I don't know how to fix it. That's not to say I can't fix it and become Lift the Veil. So I can't figure it out. That's how messed up the website is. Rumble stock is up 7.88%. Okay. Wow. I like that guy will tell me, oh, yeah, you're totally wrong about Rumble. Rumble stock is up 7.88%, thinking that they're going to get somebody like Tucker Carlson. But here's the thing about Rumble, and the thing about making videos, and maybe I can get into what happened last time I criticized a company with facts in kind of a, I don't know, I don't want to use the word devastating, but in a way that people thought, like I had financial guys contacting me after I made this video about David Seaman. And on the last show, after a brief meltdown, had my emotional opinion about Rumble, which when I listened back to my show, I don't remember saying the things I said, and I'm kind of shocked. Frequently, sometimes there were some parts I just they're so funny to me. I was like, wow, that was crazy. But I don't remember doing it really. The Rumble thing was kind of like that. I was like, oh, holy cow, I really did like go after them pretty hard. Like I went really hard at Rumble on the last show, in my opinion. Even though in actuality, the whole time I said, I might be wrong. I want them to succeed, etc. In my opinion, if I was influential or something, or I don't know, even just monetized, I don't know. Or if it hadn't been an hour and a half into a show where I had a meltdown the first half, people would see that and they'd be like, oh my God. Like that's my opinion, at least. I don't know. You can tell me. But based on the things I showed and said, if I were a Rumble stockholder, I would think, oh, wow, weird. Like this guy kind of seems like he's weird, right? I can see that. But it kind of sounds like he knows what he's talking about. I wonder if Rumble, if I was influential, I believe the segment I did on my last show about Rumble would have caused problems for them. I believe. I might be totally self-aggrandizing or whatever you want to say. Feelings of importance. But I listened to it and I thought, oh, like, wow, I really, like I said, their website was the worst I've ever seen. I thought, geez. But it is pretty bad. But that's my opinion. Based on the fact that when I made a video before about a publicly held company called Gold Money, because somebody wanted me to make a video about David Seaman, and I basically didn't want to. I just wasn't going to do it. In fact, most of the research, I'm going to be more honest on future shows. So you really have to subscribe and tune in for those if you really want to hear stuff that's you'll never hear anybody else talk about. probably. But yeah, somebody wanted to make a video about David Seaman. I was like, I started putting it together. I couldn't do it. I couldn't figure out an angle. I just didn't have an angle on it. I just thought, really, we're just gonna say that he's this and that. But then I looked into his sponsor, Gold Money, and I dug around and I found some stuff that was true that I thought was whack. Well, that video ended up going like huge. Like people saw that video. And the Gold Money CEO threatened me with lawsuits. I invited him on the show. Then he agreed to come on the show. But he forwarded me emails from big customers who were taking out tens of thousands of dollars from Gold Money just because I made a video that somebody suggested I make that I wasn't going to make in the first place, just because I dug into this company, found out some stuff about them. It negatively impacted their business in real ways, which I didn't even think about. I was right. I was 100% right. But they haven't gone out of business. So in the same way, I'm concerned about having that impact and just not even really intending to, because I wish the best for Rumble. I wish it's constructive criticism I have of Rumble. So I made that video so I'll talk about that. That was my concern based on my history. Like I really did give that company problems for a while because I made a video that YouTube said got 30,000 views, but there were so many people contacting me after that video that it really must have had a big impact. Wasn't even my idea, although it was my idea to talk about Gold Money, but actually it wasn't that big of a deal because they haven't gone out of business. So Rumble. Okay. I posted a video though, a short video of my longer version of it, which is a lot worse than the short video. Posted on YouTube. Is Rumble a scam? And I looked for feedback. So what I said on the last show was that it appears to me that there isn't organic growth on the platform based on my experience. But I got feedback and I was responsive to it. And I'm live there now. And it says, man, how can I believe it? If you're watching the show on Rumble right now, show yourself. Like, does the chat work? There are 3 people in the chat. 1 person dropped, 2 people. Oh yeah. Somebody dropped the link to my channel. My link is Lift the Veil on Rumble. It says there's 62 people tuned in. What I said was that I don't know anybody who's organically making money on Rumble, which is the way it should work. Like I organically made money on YouTube at one point without YouTube paying me. They ran ads just like they do for everybody else. Originally, I started my channel, my old channel, right? I had for people who don't know, I had a channel with 100,000 subscribers. A normal video would get at least 10,000 views, at least. And I had videos with many, many, many more than that. We are in a completely different place now because of whatever the system is. Trying to change it like a phoenix rising from the ashes. But from my experience, I made content that without directing people to YouTube. I mean, I literally watched conspiracy videos, was inspired by it, had some ideas, started making content on YouTube back in 2015, end of 2015, beginning of 2016. and rapidly got a bunch subscribers. Now, a lot of the content, I agree. Uh, the content was spicier, way spicier, and way and you know, and YouTube didn't censor or suppress that kind of thing. So it's a different world. And yeah, my content isn't always awesome, and also people disagree and stuff. But still, some people say they like the show. Once in a while, they're like, "Oh yeah, it's kind of good." So because of that, I think, okay, well, maybe those people, there are a few of those people. So I thought, okay, let's do Rumble. I'll post my videos. Well, I tried live streaming before. I never got any viewers, but now I hear, okay, live streaming's good. But I post videos there. Everything from YouTube goes to Rumble. I had and I don't intentionally try to drag people to Rumble because I already dragged people to another, like if that's the thing. If a platform is good, then you get followers there, you know? That's what I wanted. Like that's what I always wanted. I tried every platform. I told let me answer that. Is your channel an investing channel now? I can answer that two different ways. I don't think I'm talking about investing right now. I'm not talking about short selling the stock. I said things that if I was shorting the stock, then you could definitely question the motivation I had. But for sure, the takedown I did of Rumble, I'll call it that, even though that wasn't my intention, but it came across that way, was something a short seller would love. They'd be like, oh yeah, like this guy is on the platform. I know content creators. I followed it. I have comparisons. But no, so I can answer two ways. Not even talking about investing right now. Sorry, the screen is on Rumble, whatever. But I could also say it's always been investing. I could give that meme. Always has been. That's the meme I'm thinking of right now. Oh, so is your channel investing channel now? Always has been. You know that one? That's what it's like. Yeah, it always has been. We are investing in ourselves. I'm investing in you. Believe it or not, I'm investing in you. If you pay off, then maybe I'll get a little bit of it. But yeah, we talk about Bitcoin and stuff for sure. Gold, silver. But no, I wasn't suggesting that people short sell Rumble. Not my intention. People are saying, I don't see the live on Rumble either. Do you want me to give you the link? I probably have to give you the link. Here, hold on. Somebody gave me let's see. Somebody gave me a link. Yeah, it looks like it. I have 2 likes and apparently now 40 people tuned in. How can I believe that though? There's more people commenting and donating on Rockfin, which says it only has 24 people tuned in. We're trying to figure it out though. I'm on there. It looks like rumble.com/user/lift the veil. And it says lift the veil. Well, what the hell? I don't understand how the platform works. What? What is this? Why is it different? I don't know. What? Man, I don't even know. I have a second channel? Somebody's got I don't know. If I'm doing it wrong. It looks like it's on a different channel called Lift the Veil, all one word. What does that even mean? This is what it looks like. Somebody gave me this link. Thanks for you on Rumble who gave me the link. What does that even mean? Why is that? I only have 18 followers here on Lift the Veil, all one word. And then look, see how this channel looks like Lift the Veil. And then here it says Nathan Stoltman, LTV, with my logo. Check this out, though. Check this out. Conspiracy theory? I don't know. Conspiracy fact? Maybe. Look at this. I mean, what are you going to do? I don't know. I'll broadcast there. It says there are people. I'll believe it. I don't know when I'll believe it. It says I already have 146 views on something called Lift the Veil. Help me figure it out. I talk to the damn people. Nobody will talk to me. I try to talk to Mersh. Like, what's going on? Like, I want to know, like, what's going on? I reached out to Mersh. He probably thought, he was like, oh, this guy's being too nice. Like, he's trying to do something. That's what I figured. I was like, hey, man. Like, I know somebody who's a big fan of your show. Was saying you were saying I should make a deal with Rumble. And I was like, but I always thought Rumble sucks. Like I don't like it. And now I heard you say that it sucks. Even though you took it back. So what's up? Like, tell me what's up. That's what I told him. I'll just be honest. I was like, I won't tell anybody. Like, I just want to know. Like, genuinely, I want to know. And people gave me feedback. So anyway, if somebody wants to figure this part out, I mean, who knows? Everybody says they can't find it. Weird. Well, give them feedback. I don't know. They sued Odyssey for saying they had fake views. I don't think I even said that. I said artificially promote people that they pay. Like Mersh. Mersh's got a deal. RTC. Tom said, Dreams can't find me on Rumble. David says I have 2 channels on Rumble. What's up with that? Why? I didn't do that. I don't think. If you only knew like what a professional website looks like YouTube, you know, like how nice it is. I can watch, I can just sit there and watch views. They come in real time, which is kind of a weird thing to do, but sometimes you can just watch them come in real time. You watch something and then you're just hoping, but you're just like, okay, like if I wait long enough, then it's going to start trending. Sometimes it does. Rumble, I don't know. They don't have a back end. They don't have analytics. Hard enough just to figure out how to go live. So now apparently I have 2 channels. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Lift the Veil, all one word. Okay. That's cool too. So check this out though. As far as a cover up, all my videos, Homestead Dreams. Okay. You guys figured it out. Lift the Veil and search. Okay. Why do I have a different live channel? They can talk to me. I'd like to interview them. I'm critical. I want it to work. I want them to explain to me how people make money without a contract. And that's why, because I don't know anybody. The feedback I got, I'm sorry. Let me give you the conspiracy theory first. My videos automatically upload from YouTube. They're supposed to. And it looks like maybe they missed another video too. But I noticed I posted the video of Is Rumble a Scam? Just a short video, just showing my earnings and stuff on YouTube, and it didn't transfer to Rumble. So I actually had to upload it individually. But there are a few comments. Okay, so the feedback I got, I haven't heard from a single person still. Yeah, you guys got it. Okay. So people are telling me, I'm sorry, I don't mean to fill up the whole show with this, but I guess we're trying to figure out what's wrong with Rumble. I don't know. I mean, I just hit go live. It shows, but like, why is this? Okay. If it's a different channel, why is it that this person gave me a link that's for rumble.com/user/lift the veil? Why does it come up with all of my content? If it's I need somebody to help me out or something. Why is that? No, it doesn't matter. 256 followers, whatever. We're gonna have so many followers before they go out of business. But I really do. If nobody is making money organically, anyone can contact me. Okay, like I'm not trying to totally rip on. I'm only doing it out of frustration because I want to be on a platform where I can talk about the things I want and make revenue. I tried other platforms before Rumble. Rockfin was pretty cool. DLive. I made some money on those platforms and had some audiences and stuff. But it kept getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And I became less and less relevant. And people just forgot about me completely. People still say, they're like, whoa, where have you been? Even though I did everything, half shows. So this is the feedback I got. People were like, oh, yeah, well, you never promote it or your name isn't right. I said, yeah, okay. Like that was the point, really. I wanted to see if I don't direct any traffic there, can people find my videos if they're good videos? That's all I want. Like that's it. If I make good videos that happen to be about the right topic that's trending or something, will the algorithm figure it out and put it in people's up next? The way YouTube used to do with my videos. Like, how did I get all my subscribers? People would put my video up and up next. People loved them. I mean, it was crazy. Like, oh, wow. Love this guy. That's what they did. They promoted some of the videos. I remember. And I was unknown when I started. Immediately, I had a video on YouTube. Might have been my 5th video. 63,000 views or something. And then they realized what I was talking about. Then I tried to monetize way back then. Yeah, immediately. First video probably got 600 views on YouTube. My first video. Like I'm that, whatever. With a stupid, terrible camera, no microphone. Awkward. Couldn't even finish a sentence without running out of breath. Got like 600 views or something. I didn't even know what was going on. Like I had no idea. I was so clueless. I was like, I didn't really use YouTube that much. I didn't know what was going on. People were commenting. I didn't even know to reply to comments. I saw this thing, oh, you can monetize. I was like, oh, okay, I'll try that. Then the day after I monetized, that video, which was going pretty viral, got up to, like I said, 63,000 views or something like that. They went straight to 0. And then I was like, oh my God, they're suppressing me. And I went on some kind of I started trying to talk to YouTube chat. Like, they're suppressing me. I can't believe this. But I know better to fight than to fight that stuff now. But still, like that's what I want. I made a video on this channel with 50, which has 15,000 some subscribers, which was about Balenciaga. It got 60 some thousand views on YouTube, and several of my Balenciaga videos did pretty well on YouTube. None of them really did anything on Rumble. So, I mean, and if I get 63,000 views, it doesn't matter. It wasn't about my subscribers, although that helps. I don't know how many views I got on Rumble. Do you want to see? All right, look. And then my video was about this Dylan Mulvaney thing I did. But you can see, I mean, 30 views, 22 views. Here's one, 56 views. Douglas Mackey, 56 views. Okay, that's cool. 35. So, I mean, 30 views. I mean, I'm getting something. But come on. It's really nothing compared to YouTube. And I've been on there for a long time. I haven't been live streaming, which I guess is on a different channel anyway. But those are some clickbaity titles. Look at that. Bank runs beginning Monday. I mean, holy cow, man. I gotta tune into that. I don't know. If that was on YouTube and I was monetized, it was good. I don't know how good it is. It would get views. On YouTube, I don't know. Maybe ended up at I have no idea, 1,000. Who knows? But I have some pretty clever titles and stuff. I covered the James O'Keefe stuff. Nothing with over 100 views. Oh, there we go. James O'Keefe, 147 views. Okay, that's awesome. But yeah, I mean, really. So anyway, that's we're looking at it. I was trying to find the stuff about Damar Hamlin. This is when I was trying to make YouTube shorts. I baked Alaska on. Thought maybe that would do something. Andrew Tate stuff. But anyway, my Balenciaga stuff, it just didn't get that many views. I don't know if I'm going to find it. It's too much. But my point, you guys get my point. I've been going on too much about it. Look, I have 23 followers now. I'm gaining followers right now. It's awesome. It's good. Okay, we're good. Still got 112. That's good. We lost some people. We changed subjects, so that's okay. Those are my thoughts about Rumble. It's a teaser. Who, like, what are you talking about? Somebody told you make that video. What are you talking about? Who told you that? Why? Why do you make that video about David Seaman and gold money? People might want to know. Like, there are interesting things. What are you talking about? Catfish, fake girlfriend, psyops, Hampstead, gang stalking. Oh, I can get into that with Alex Stein. Okay, I have to go quickly. Thank you for tuning in. It's amazing if you give me coffees, but totally up to you. It's your decision. Hopefully the coverage today has been acceptable so far. I totally forgot about my other problems. So for me, it's been great. I shouldn't have reminded myself, but it's okay. Time. Okay, hold on. Let me set this up. Is Jim back? Oh, cool. Be more Busker. I want to take calls for you. Yeah, like I appreciate that you've liked the show for so long and that it helps you out or whatever, and you get to call in and stuff. That makes me feel better. So glad to see you. Awesome, you're back. We're at a different time. 11 a.m. I did it today, even though really, if you knew, man, like yeah, I can't even get into it. I really can't, but just realize people have stuff going on that you don't know about sometimes. Sometimes you can tell, but okay. Joe Rogan conspiracy theory safe for advertisers. I think this is a conspiracy theory, which I believe is safe for advertisers. So, Joe Rogan, Bud Light. And it has to do with the video I was talking about that got a little traffic on YouTube, not so much on Rumble. Joe Rogan did the Bud Light thing. And I said he was paid to do it, like 100% for sure. And to me, I think it's obvious. But some people, I realize when I say it, people are like, oh, really? That's what you think? You think he was paid to do that? Yeah. But let me show you why. And then maybe you'll come along with me, okay? So Joe Rogan, okay, so that executive at Budweiser, or I don't know if she was specifically Bud Light. What was her name? Here, I have the story here, I think. Alyssa Heiner Scheid was famously caught on video talking about how frat culture is out and Bud Light advertising is outdated and how they have to be more inclusive. Before, or in time, it happened before the product placement with Dylan Mulvaney, transgender TikTok star. I won't even mention. I won't even use pronouns. Let's see about that. Dylan Mulvaney, transgender TikTok star, got a product placement deal with Bud Light, which was weird because you could tell Dylan isn't a beer drinker, doesn't seem like, and it was an NCAA March Madness Final Four type of ad also. And Dylan doesn't know anything about sports either. It was weird. It wasn't meant for everybody. I talked about it. I said, oh, like, hold on. Because there was kind of some disinformation, if you want to call it that. But I even had my facts wrong initially. When I saw the can with Dylan's face on it, I thought, holy, weird. Like they were selling those. And I might have said that, but they weren't ever selling them. It was just for Dylan. The ad was not even calling it an ad. I'm not even sure, because an ad to me suggests that it was for general consumption. It was a product placement meant for the people who follow Dylan Mulvaney. In my mind, the marketing executives, this is where I talk about money motivating things, rather than necessarily them trying to jam some kind of cultural thing down our throats. They kind of didn't try to jam anything. I don't want to say that particularly in this context. Okay, we'll use a different term. They didn't want to show it to everybody. It wasn't meant for everybody. Most people saw it, I believe. Probably most people saw it from conservative influencers who copied the video and posted it somewhere else, mostly Twitter, I think. And maybe they watched YouTube videos that showed the ad. But most people didn't see it the way it was intended to be seen, which was just on his, oh, shoot. I'm sorry, Dylan. I meant to just use your name. I don't want to hurt your feelings. If I misgender, it's been accident. I'm not trying to hurt anybody. and I don't be offended, but when I think of you, Dylan, I just think that's all. But I'm ignorant, far right, etc. So forgive me. Forgive me. I mean the best. I don't even want terrible things to happen to you. I don't even want that. So, okay. So that was the deal. Dylan Mulvaney, then Bud Light, Budweiser, Anheuser-Busch. There's backlash, right? You guys remember the backlash. I was part of it. I boycotted. I mean, kind of. I didn't buy any. I mean, that's all you can do, right? With a boycott. Boycotts are tough because first, you have to be accustomed to buying the thing to boycott it. But we drank Corona, which I learned was an Anheuser-Busch product. Haven't bought any more yet. Standing up for women. That's my intention. My wife is offended. Other women are offended. Dylan, whatever, he's not imitating me, making fun of me. I don't understand why so many people are interested in the transgender thing that he has 11. Oh, crap, man, I keep doing it. Trying so hard. Be more inclusive. Lift the veil. Be more inclusive. Just be more inclusive. Stop saying that stuff about. Then we'll monetize you. Okay, I didn't mean it. Then after the backlash, the stock price went down temporarily, followed by many fake news headlines, which I tried to make fun of at the time, just because they weren't 100% accurate. And I guess that's the autistic side. I just see it. I think that's not right. That's what I think. It's not exactly right. Just like the people who came in. Tucker didn't get fired. Okay, you're right. Technically. Or he might have been, actually. It's possible he was. But it's true. You're right. Technically speaking. There were a lot of fake news headlines, dunking, celebrating. Budweiser's gone out of business, right? Bud Light. Did you see this headline? Bud Light loses $4 billion in one day. Loses. I thought, what? How do they do that? How do they lose? Like, just because I stopped buying Coronas? Like, I didn't even need any more. We still have some left. I mean, we're going to drink them. I mean, I'm not crazy. They're still, I already paid for them. It's not going to hurt. That was my favorite thing, man, about some of the videos destroying Bud Light or pouring out Bud Light cans, like cases of Bud Light, right? Cases and cases of Bud Light, probably several takes, shooting Bud Light. You actually have to buy it first to do that, I thought to myself. So that's weird. So you're saying to make this video telling people Bud Light sucks, you bought several cases to use as props. Okay. All right. Well, but they made their point. It's fine. No big deal. But several fake news headlines. Here is one fake news headline. Then I'll show you the stock price. Jeremy at the quartering, master of the YouTube algorithm, must be monetized. Here's the title. Let me remove my banner. There were others, though, too. Valuetainment had a headline that said, Budweiser crashes 30%. 500,000 views. Jeremy of the quartering. Bud Light sales. I have no clue. Like literally no clue where this comes from. I couldn't possibly even fact check it. Bud Light sales plummet 70% and company loses $4 billion in a single day over Dylan Mulvaney boycott. The stock price did go down temporarily, which I said you could say in market value. They lost $4 billion in market value. They didn't lose it, though. It's not gone. It's their stock price overall. If you add them all up, if you add up every stock, multiply it times the price, then if you did that with the old stock price and the stock price the next day, $4 billion. What I said was, well, it's not over yet. It'd only been a few days. And the stock price could go back up. Well, fast forward to now. And sorry, I'm looking at Rumble. Anheuser-Busch InBev. Anheuser-Busch InBev, 65.65 is the stock price. If you want to look at the chart, that should come up down in this area. Once the rat on the wheel gets hungry. Okay, there's the stock chart. Okay, can you see it? Okay, great. So you can see what happened. The stock price went down. At first, videos like Jeremy's came out saying, oh my God, Bud Light, they're totally screwed. Meanwhile, the stock decline was from a local high, as you can see in the chart. Is it clear enough? So from here, they lost some money, right? It went from $66 to $63 at the bottom. Now it's back to $66, 65. I mean, even though that's not to say, okay, so this confirms my theory or observation, not even a theory. My observation is that go woke, go broke isn't true or hasn't ever, man, give me an example. It's okay. I could be wrong. Hollywood movies, yes. Woke movies that people don't want to see, yes. Go woke, go broke, yes. Some Disney stuff, okay. Okay, yeah. Some maybe. They're still probably doing okay, but okay. But Nike's been woke for so long. Hershey, I mean, did something happen to Hershey's for doing the thing with the transgender person in Canada? And Daily Wire came out with their own chocolate bars, which may just now be being delivered to people. Did they go out of business? So I've said, I've never seen it. I don't know. I might be wrong. I could be wrong. So just let me know. Put it in the comments. Tell me a company that went broke by being more inclusive. Okay. Anheuser-Busch, so far, so good. Even though they're in trouble. I haven't gotten to the conspiracy theory yet. They're in trouble, and the 2 marketing executives have been fired. So this is what I proposed at the time it was all happening. It's all on tape, metaphorically. I said, if I was a really smart advertising executive who went to Harvard and Wharton, like Heiner or Schneider or whatever her name is, I would say, okay, hold on. We can save this, right? We were just trying to be inclusive. We weren't trying to piss anybody off. This is how I think maybe they really, okay. I said it would be a conspiracy theory. I'm just taking the financial angle only. Corporations do what is in the best interest of their shareholders. YouTube, if they're censoring people, they think that's what's best for them to make money. It's a theory you can disagree. When Bud Light advertising executive genius Heiner Scheiser Wuffel came up with the idea to do a product placement with Dylan Mulvaney, which probably wasn't very expensive, she thought it was a great idea. When there was a huge backlash, she got exposed and everything else, she thought, okay, hold on, I'm smart. We can say this. We were just trying to be inclusive. Let's just show them. That's what I thought. That's what I suggested they do. I said they never would. Actually, they did. I said they're afraid to advertise with conservatives. But I said specifically, I said, if I was in advertising, if I was advertising a product meant for everyone, then yes, of course, I would want everyone to know that I'm cool with them. Like, I don't have a problem with them. And in fact, we celebrate, whatever. Virtue signal, basically. So it was virtue signaling, like, oh, we'll support this Dylan Mulvaney. I mean, Dylan Mulvaney was at the Oscars, pretty mainstream. People seem to accept Dylan as being okay. If you're this advertising executive who doesn't realize what people really think, or doesn't hear what some people, or how some women are super offended. She's not offended. She thought it was a great idea. After it failed or backfired, she thought, okay, or I propose. We don't dislike conservatives. We want conservatives to drink. They have money. We didn't mean to offend conservatives. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to show conservatives. We're going to give it to somebody who is going to say what talking point that will go over with conservatives in the mind of this advertising executive. They think Joe Rogan, big podcast. People say he's transphobic. We'll just show through using him, because people listen to him. They can't say it. They need somebody else to say it. That's the way it works. Joe Rogan, who knows? Might have been the same price as Dylan Mulvaney. I don't know. In my opinion, what you're about to see here was, I can't understand the argument. If you want to make it, that he was not paid for this, considering what he said later, that I believe is what got the executive out the door. This is what Joe Rogan said first, which I was very critical of him for. Because like I said, like, I have somebody, like, I hear about it and stuff. Like, so I was committed. I wasn't going to say anything. I was participating in the boycott. Still am. Don't want to drink Bud Light. No problem. Wasn't going to anyway. Joe Rogan, let's see, 11 days ago, was with Sam Talent. I thought people were saying a different name. Sam Talent. Okay, let me see if I can play it. And I don't know everything. Was this Joe Rogan's idea and his actual opinion when he did this? Okay, I'll try to play a short enough clip that I don't have to worry about copyright and stuff. Is this what Joe really believed, and totally impromptu when this happened.
Ass cheesecake, and all of a sudden, some radical group like Antifa really got into the cheesecake, who'd be like, "Fuck this."
Yeah.
And if the Cheesecake Factory sent Antifa a cheesecake, for 10 more years of chaos, like a celebratory.
Yeah. If only ISIS had Bear Claw donuts,
Yeah.
I'm still eating those fucking
But on the other hand,
donuts.
I love Kid Rock's video because I love that. Cheers,
man.
I love that kind of thinking.
There's
Not
nothing
even
wrong
that
with
I
this.
agree with it. I like wild people.
Yeah.
I like a
raising
dude,
hell, man.
I like a dude who takes a machine gun to a stack of Bud Lights and is like, "Fuck Anheuser-Busch."
This will show up.
But I mean, where's he gonna go now? You gonna go to Coors?
Miller Lite.
Don't they all support like LGBTQ plus AI, whatever the hell else they're attaching to it issues? They all do.
I mean, I'm from Colorado, and Coors has had those rainbow cans forever.
Fucking Shane Gillis is heartbroken.
I was with him.
Favorite beer.
I was opening for him last weekend.
This is what sucks. He drinks Bud Light every time he does Protect Our Parks.
Uh-huh.
Those things have fucking millions of views.
I know.
Where's his can of beer?
He did
Bud
not.
Light.
He was not a.
Okay, there you go. Good enough. Short clip. You can decide after you watch what I believe he really thinks, which I believe was completely devastating to Budweiser when this happened. Okay, so the conspiracy theory, it's all about the money. They paid Joe Rogan for product placement. You can dispute it. That's fine. Joe Rogan can dispute it. Doesn't matter. It's just what I think. It's a conspiracy theory, like I said. I just thought, no, they paid him. And then he said the talking points. He was like, "Oh, what? You're not going to drink beer just because this transgender person drinks it?" And he says, "I was hanging out with him." He did this whole segment. "Oh, yeah, I was hanging out like in my group with non-binaries and stuff." It was like a whole apologetic. It was apologetic for Bud Light, smoothing things over with his audience. Oh, come on, guys. Like, you're being crazy. Like, what's the big deal? Bud Light's awesome. But what, those cans just showed up? Really? They were just there? Decide after you've seen this. And if he had a product placement contract, I don't think they can tell him what to say forever. And that's why I didn't. That's why now I think Joe Rogan, I mean, great move, actually. Even though at the time I called him a sucker. He got paid. And he didn't even have to keep saying nice things about them. Because with Jim Brewer, he completely destroys them. In the minds of those executives who thought it was a great idea to do a product placement with Joe Rogan. That's all. When he did this, well, it's some other stuff fell apart the same day. This was 3 days ago. Budweiser responds to backlash with new commercial. And this is what he said. I'll try to play a short clip. It's him with Brewer.
Impossibly large machines that make money, and they are, but they're just run by people. Yeah. And some people are dorks, and those dorks get important jobs, and they put Dylan Mulvaney on a Bud Light can. That's what it is. These are dorks. And you see the response that Bud had, the most recent response? It's like the fucking dumbest pro-America rah. Like, we don't know who you really are now. There's like interviews with the lady who is the head of Bud Light talking about why they did it and about the old sort of frat culture attached to Bud Light, dismissing the people and like the humor of the people that like Bud Light. And so they're going to change that with this crazy attention whore. on day 365 of being a woman. I mean, we are in a fucking Coen Brothers movie. This is a Mike Judge movie.
You're 1,000% correct. Like,
Yeah.
how does nobody else see what lunacy is going
It's
on right now?
such
There's no other
lunacy.
way to explain it.
Bro, you got to watch this Bud Light commercial. This new Bud Light commercial. Find the new
It's
Bud
just-
Light commercial. It's,
this is like
it's the dumbest pro-America
Oh, God.
rah-rah. It's so stupid and cliche. It fucking...
Imagine, just go with me. You're the Budweiser executive, Heiner, Heine, Scheisse. You saved it. Joe Rogan product placement went well. Seemed like nobody complained about it, really. Just this random guy on YouTube got a couple thousand views. Most people didn't say anything. Most people don't want to say bad things about Joe Rogan because they want to be on a show. And actually have a million good things. And actually, he kind of redeemed himself. And anyway, imagine you're Budweiser executive. You thought, oh, okay, cool. Everything's cool. We put out this new ad. And then biggest podcast in the world just craps all over your whole thing after you paid him. What do you think? It's okay. I don't know everything, but she left the same day as this. Same day. And he just, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of people listen. People listen to what he says. He's influential. It's like really bad look. So I think that's why this is why she's gone, and some other guy too. Even though their stock price is okay right now, I don't know what's going to happen to him financially, but things are going to change. But anyway, let me just show you him continuing to crap all over this new ad.
It hurts my feelings. It's so dumb. Listen, this is a company in deep shit, bro. And they make things like this. Look, you got the prairies, the ocean. You got a Clydesdale running down the
I'll tell you a
street.
story about a beer rooted in the heart of America, found in a community where a handshake is a sure contract.
What the fuck are you talking
Brewed
about?
for those who found opportunity and challenge.
You know, I would
I
respect
know what
them
this is.
if they had this, and then Dylan Mulvaney just starts cartwheeling into the frame. Day 368 of womanhood.
This is what some CEOs like.
Yeah.
Who is in charge? He's
Yeah.
90 years old. Get him. He come, well, this is how
Right.
we used to do it. You need the goddamn Clydesdales, first of all.
I mean,
This
yeah, I don't know. I've been a conspiracy theorist, and sometimes I don't know what I'm talking about. But I try to put myself in the shoes. Like that was what I tried to do the whole time. It's like, okay, yeah. Okay, I'm pretty smart. Like I can figure things out. I can try to think like someone who went to Harvard or Wharton. I try to get in their head. I could see it. I could see what they tried to do. I thought about the Clydesdales too. I was trying to think of what to do to save them. I have an idea. Showing people who don't get along enjoying beer together. I'd love to see it. That's my idea. I'm not an advertising executive and stuff. And so far, the AI can't create that for me. So I'd have to hire people and stuff. That's how we do. People that have different opinions somehow show that they have different opinions. They're in their cars, they're listening to podcasts. All of us are flipping out all the time, and we just want to get wasted, right? Show what we have in common. Liberals and conservatives. That's what I want to see. But so that was my conspiracy theory, okay? And yeah, my commentary about fake news and stuff. Nothing against Jeremy. Nothing against anybody. Really. I've done crazy crap before too. So Jeremy, whatever. I'm not important. So don't worry about what I say. The headline kind of like tweaks me a little bit, but no big deal if people get it a little wrong. Budweiser, the company, I believe is going to be maybe okay. They sell a lot of different products. If you look at the infographic, it's not just Bud Light. You know, there are a lot of products. So, and people have like, there haven't really been too many successful boycotts, but the backlash and the boycott were successful. I claimed already in a video where I said, you know, is this the last big product placement for Dylan Mulvaney? I believe, thinking like one of them, that the risk is too great using somebody like Dylan Mulvaney ever again for a mainstream company that has clients that are both conservative and liberal. Dylan Mulvaney can still get sponsorships from companies that don't care about conservatives. That, like, you know, I can't think of a product off the top of my head, but if you think about a company that specifically advertises to, I don't know, gay and queer, or I don't know, then like they might do a product placement with them, won't pay as much. So in a way, even though I said go woke, go broke isn't a thing, and the boycott, don't know, it worked, I believe. We'll see. I don't think Dylan's going to get any more big work. I just wouldn't do it. It just seems very risky. I mean, this lady lost her job. Imagine you're an average, super smart. You went to Yale or something. You were in Skull and Bones. You got your big advertising job. You're like, okay, like Dylan Mulvaney. What do you guys think? Oh boy, do you see what happened to the last person who talked? I mean, she got exposed. How embarrassing. Super embarrassing for the advertising. I mean, man, what Joe Rogan did, how embarrassing. If you're Budweiser, you're like, oh yeah, but you know, Joe Rogan's going to say he's on our side. He's going to say you guys are just being bigots and stuff. Then he just totally and just laughs about it. So sad for Budweiser that they can't do anything right. So yeah, that was my idea. Sorry, I skipped away from it. So if they want an idea, that's my idea. Show people who have problems, like all of us do. We're driving around, we're listening to stuff, we're raging. Dylan Mulvaney, oh. Show somebody doing that. Then show somebody else who's like raging about the things people are saying about Dylan Mulvaney. Show them both go to the bar or something. They're like, oh, everything sucks. Like, give me a Bud Light. And they're just trying to chill out. Different kinds of people need alcohol for the same reasons, even if they have different political feelings. Everybody, you know, it's true. You know, that is true. Point that out. Point it out. We all love to get drunk. That's the ad. No. It's just, oh man, everything's rough. Time for a Bud Light. Yeah. In fact, let's have like 6 of them. So anyway, you can think about it. So that is my conspiracy theory about the Budweiser controversy with other commentary. So Budweiser can have the idea, or you can hire me to consult with you if you want. Just contact me. DMs are open. Nobody even knows who I am. But that's for a reason. Okay, so that was that. Okay, check this out. All right. Okay, we have 30 minutes to talk about Alex Stein. Okay, that's enough. You guys enjoying the show so far? I have to check in with you. Maybe we'll cut that into a standalone video. We'll see. Irk Child, I take criticism. Show would be better without all the self-pity. Would it be? Do you like? Are you sure? If like you've tested it. Self-pity. Self-pity. Did I show? How did I do it? Like, tell me. I need it. Like, tell me how to be exactly what you want. Was I feeling sorry for myself? I do sometimes. It's true. Was I feeling sorry for myself during that segment? I want to tune it. I'm like working on it. Make sure it's never wrong. Okay, hold on. David says taking calls. Bradley says looking forward to Alex Stein. Jojo says good show. Thank you. I will see if we have time to talk to Jim. I have to cover the Alex Stein thing. I was going to talk about something totally different today. You'll have to subscribe to the channel and just see. I teased it. Okay. Yeah, I thought that was fair. That was fair. What do you guys think? I mean, do you think I'm crazy? Or do you think that's probably what happened? Seems like it. I don't know. Uh-oh. Shoot. Oh, dang. Now it's competition. Not me says that's what they tune in for. Yeah. I like to see people suffer sometimes because I think, oh, wow, they're just like me. Really. I mean, like genuinely. Like Alex Stein. That's why I'm interested. I was like, oh, man. Like when stuff is going really well for Alex, then I'm like, he never talks to me, etc. But now that stuff isn't going so well, apparently, and it seems like he's kind of, he's just seemed a little. I was watching. So Alex Stein. Okay, Alex Stein, 99 primetime 99 pimp on a blimp. Alex Stein. I know him from way back when I was hosting the Midnight in the Desert radio show. He was an up-and-coming truther, mostly flat Earth. And he appeared, and Jaron, who's a friend of mine, we talk, really liked like Alex Stein style. He was like, oh yeah, this guy's really good. Me at the time, and I don't mean this. Alex is cool, and my intention is that I am going to say that when I see him being attacked, especially when people say they're attacking him because he seems like it's affecting him, that bothers me because people did it to me. That's all. When I was being attacked, actually for good reasons in some cases and totally wrong reasons in other cases, they really liked the thing. They really like blood in the water was unbalanced, which I've told people, like I have genuine stuff going on. Like I'm not what's supposedly normal. Because of that, I work really, really hard to stay tuned in to the real version of things. And I think I've gotten to my very best self today, right now. This is the best I've ever been. But I get it. Sometimes I get triggered by people in the chat. But back then, when I was getting trolled really bad, like where people basically, I think, wanted me to die. I'm pretty sure. they fed on the fact that I was practically having some kind of episode, really. So much stress at that time. It really like messed me up. I was, why are people attacking me? Fighting back. People love to see weakness. They feed, bad people, when they see weakness, want to destroy. I saw it with the Eliza Blue thing. It disturbed me a little bit. Like my coverage of the Eliza Blue thing, I was a little, people would say like, oh, well, like we need to, make sure she's like never heard from again, like end it for good. And I was like, well, I get trying to expose people. I get it. But often it comes with really kind of negative feelings. So Alex Stein, anyway, I know from way back, I told him to his face when I interviewed him on my show that I used to find him kind of annoying. Like that was my first impression. Okay. It's like not being like I'm defending him, but that was my first impression. Okay. But I saw the things he did to get that made him famous. And I found them to be totally unique. And people don't appreciate the risks that Alex Stein takes by being so crazy in front of these crazy people. And he's going to be in Berkeley tonight. Okay. Like I was really worried yesterday. I've been to Berkeley for speaker events, free speech events. And he's going to an event tonight hosted by Turning Point USA, where he's going to talk about Ukraine, I guess. Apparently indoors, which I hope is safer. And I think Jared's going to be there to cover it somehow. So it's set up by Turning Point USA. Alex Stein is going to say something about Ukraine tonight in Berkeley. Like I said, okay, so going back, he does things that I would never do. Okay. Like I used to do that. It made, I got, maybe more popular. Like people knew me for going to events. I went to, I guess twice to Berkeley. What were they called? Rumble and forgot what they were called. Went to events twice in Berkeley. And the events, the speaker events that conservatives set up are not, in my opinion, based on me being there. Tim Pool was there at one of them. I talked to him. People thought I was really weird. I was super weird. Saying the wrong things. But I showed up for those events at Berkeley. And it wasn't about the speeches. Same with the events in Portland, I'm sure. Patriot Prayer. I went to a Patriot Prayer one. That's where I got assaulted and mugged by kind of trans Tifa. Because I didn't think about it back then, but one of my pursuers and main aggressors was a 6 foot tall transgender individual who had a problem with me at the time. But anyway, in Berkeley, the event was not about the speakers as far as I could tell. Like nobody cared. Who was there? Brittany, what's her name? Some other people. Lauren Southern was at one of them. Everybody just showed up in helmets. All the conservatives, the 3%ers and stuff were there. Proud Boys were there. They came ready. Gear, helmets, body armor, whatever else, melee weapons, I don't know. But it wasn't a thing until Antifa showed up. Like it was not, nobody cared about this. Like I said, my impression was that it wasn't about the speakers, because everybody's like, oh, when's Antifa going to show up? Oh, Antifa's going to show up. When's Antifa going to show up? Okay. Like, it wasn't a thing until they made Antifa show up, and whatever ensued. In some cases, violence. In some cases, bottles flying past my head, bricks. I ended up getting kind of scared and having to leave eventually. One of them, it was crazy. Trash cans rolling around, people picking up, I mean, some kind of bangers that just were making, it was just insane. But I covered it. I wanted to see it. That was the truth. Like, I want to see it. Once I saw the event in Berkeley where Milo or like burned stuff down, I was like, oh, I got to see what it's really like. That's how I felt. I was like, oh, they're not going to attack me. Like, I'm just taking pictures and stuff. I'm just a journalist. And they didn't, at the ones I went to in Berkeley, but they were still pretty bad. Then the next time I went to the Bay Area, I was going to go to a Patriot Prayer event in San Francisco. And then the next day there was a event in Berkeley. Berkeley is like, really, I used to live near there. That's why I knew somebody. I used to live in Oakland, so for a short time, and I lived in the East Bay. So I'm familiar with the area. I mean, Berkeley can be kind of rough for one thing. Yeah, they definitely have that Antifa contingent. So anyway, I went to San Francisco, and being very naive and thinking that no one would attack me because, like, I'm not trying to hurt anybody. I turned my camera onto the wrong thing, made some enemies, including this trans individual, and they started chanting, call me a Nazi, and then I got wrapped up in a banner and they stole my phone. Very traumatic. I got through it, but it could have been kind of traumatic. It was enough that I was like, well, I'm not going to the thing in Berkeley the next day. I saw on TV what happened in Berkeley the next day, and it was exceedingly violent, like attacking people with cameras, which I hadn't seen before, and I didn't think was going to happen when I went to San Francisco. Since then, since I've seen all that, been face to face with Antifa and stuff, that's okay with me. Like, I don't need to do it. I'm not trying to take that kind of risk. I'm a little older too, you know, almost Alex Jones's age. But I'm just not willing to take that kind of risk. So when I see Alex Stein being willing to take that risk of basically just, I mean, anything can happen out there, then I think, okay, well, he deserves something. And the stuff he did at the city council meetings was funny. And like, I wasn't clever enough to think of doing it myself, and maybe would be a little shy or something. He has something that other people don't have, for 100% fact. He's some kind of missing fear, something, and then he's got humor. So the fact that he made it based on the things he did is, oh, well, he was willing to do stuff that people weren't willing to do. And he still is, and that's what he's doing today. So there are people attacking him, and I was watching, I tuned in, I was just trying to figure it out. I was like, what's going on? Because I could be critical of Alex Stein. I mean, I really, really, I mean, if I wanted to say all the things, you know, like, but what's the point? Like, why? That's what I think. Just like I never wanted to make that video about David Seaman in the first place, that screwed up his life or whatever. I don't feel inclined to. Like, he might have. Some of the stuff looked staged. I mean, yeah, like it did kind of to me. But why? Like, why are we what would be the, I just didn't see any advantage. And I'm not trying to get clicks. So I just didn't see the point. Anyway, now he got the job at Blaze. He got this big job. And people are jealous, you know? Like, it's just like, it's just such a stupid human thing. Everybody does. Whenever I've been doing well in my life, people hate you for no reason. You realize when it happens, if you're kind of aware, if you're not aware of what's going on, you might think there's something wrong with you or something. When I started making, making a lot of money selling cars, some people in the service department all of a sudden had a problem with me. I was like, what did I do different? I didn't understand. But I was just like, oh, they didn't like the car I was driving. You know, that I showed up late and stuff. Made way more money than them. But I didn't change. But people changed based on my success, which wasn't my fault. I mean, we got to, like, whatever happened. I mean, sure, but that's what happened. YouTube, kind of the same. Some people hated me for a good reason, for sure. Like, they had good reason to, because I was attacking people. But Alex isn't attacking people. Like, what's Alex doing that's really terrible? So people just come up with reasons to criticize him. You know? Brittany Venti says he shouldn't have worn the swimming suit when he did the Leah Thomas prank. And she went on about it. Brittany Venti. I asked her to come on my show during the Eliza Blue stuff. She, whatever. Doesn't know who I am. She asked me to be on her show once. And I was like, oh. But I asked her to come on when I was interested in the Eliza Blue stuff. But I saw what she said about Alex. I was like, what? Criticizing him over because he wore a swimsuit? Trying to turn it into some pedo crap? Saying because he wore red shoes? I mean, it's the craziest conspiracy nonsense I've ever seen. I've seen a lot of conspiracy nonsense. These guys pot awful. These guys have a channel where it's like the only reason people watch is because they're criticizing people that are way more famous than them. Yeah, which is one way to do it. Like, I get it. I criticize Joe Rogan. Okay, no problem. Like, okay. But in the sense of the criticisms were, if they had merit, but like, you red shoes, like the blimp is some kind of like pedo sign. That's what this guy pot awful is saying. Like, seriously? Like, what are you talking about? I didn't even know if it was serious or not. And then I think knowing that somebody put me up to attacking somebody else, and I totally like annihilated him, not intentionally. And then he got back at me and stuff too. People who are good at attacking people probably sometimes get put up to it. Once when people were attacking me, I'd like to ask her, because I don't have hard feelings about it at all. I don't have, like, I don't care. I don't carry stuff around too much. But these days at least. But Bombard's body language out of nowhere did some kind of body language analysis of me. It didn't even make sense. And she said I was lying about things that were true, like, which I could show people. So I think she was just paid to do it. She, like, from vacation, Bombard's body language decided to do an attack video on me, say she wanted to punch me in the face. I was like, it wasn't even a body language analysis, and she was on vacation. So yeah, conspiracy theory, but I think somebody put her up. Somebody was like, oh, okay, well, she had a big channel at the time, Bombard's body language. Came out and attacked me. Unirock, I used to talk to him. All he does is attack people. And I believe there are definitely occasions where he's been paid for it, probably, because he doesn't make much money from it. Like, it's not that popular, even what he does. it's good for clicks, like attacking people. It can be effective. It can rattle people. If you really have something good, I watched it. I didn't the bathing suit and then some kind of just random conspiracy pedo crap. I don't know. If you don't like his show, whatever. You know, I like Alex, but I don't watch it. I don't watch hardly anything. You know, the show might not work out, but if it doesn't, I'm not gonna celebrate. Alex, you know, maybe it wasn't the right fit. I don't know. So anyway, that's the update on him. I'll play you this clip of DeFango just to show you, like, this is what they think. I'll play this. See if you think this is kind of shocking or anything. And then I'll take a call from Jim. Oh, I got to read super chats if I got any. Here is this. So DeFango is analyzing this where Alex Stein was on with Brittany Venti, and Brittany Venti like keeps going on about this stupid bathing suit. Like, I can't imagine she's serious. How is that a problem? We have to look at so much ridiculous crap. He was making a joke. I'm okay with criticism that's legit. I'd watch it to see if it was. But really, like, what's wrong with her? Like, why does she have to attack? Like, Alex said they were friends. And in this podcast, she just goes on and on. Like, it was the worst thing ever, wearing a freaking bathing suit. Like, shouldn't we all want each other to do well? Isn't that the whole, shouldn't we, theoretically, at least? So anyway, this is what DeFango said. And I've been really nice to DeFango. DeFango, he's going to be like, oh, you attacked me. I'm not attacking you, dude. This was fucked up, though. When I saw this, I was like, I can't, like, that's like how you think, really. So I'll play it real quick. And then we'll try to get to some other stuff. Let me just play this. DeFango, I mean, it's no big deal. Not that many people are going to see it or anything. But it's just the attitude is so disturbing to me. That's all. The attitude is super disturbing.
It is not going to change anything. It's just going to keep snowballing from here, which I don't understand. But it tells me that Alex Stein is not in a good mind space right now. And this is definitely marketable for sure. Like, honestly, right now would be the perfect time to just keep trolling Alex Stein until he doesn't have a show anymore. And that right there to me would be fucking hilarious, because sometimes people get shot up to the top. You got to bring them back down to the bottom sometimes.
No, I mean,
it is not going to change anything. It's just,
man, to me, that's like so offensive. I can't believe somebody says that. It's crazy. He's like, oh, yeah, Alex isn't doing well. It looks like he's rattled. So it's the perfect time to troll him until he doesn't have a show anymore. Like, that's what we need to do. Just fuck up his life. Because, like, why? Oh, because it's funny. That's why. It's just funny. That's what people thought about me. They were like, oh, my God, it's funny seeing Nathan freak out every day. We'll just call in, harass him. Like, we know the way to trigger him and stuff. That's what people thought, you know? So, when I see people do that, my reaction, because of what happened to me, is to say, it's not cool. And just to highlight, like, that's how people think. I know it. If people are jealous, like, Alex just shouldn't be surprised. That's all. He hasn't been there before. Like, he doesn't know, I guess. That's how people are. People are like, most people, it seems almost like most people, like, they don't want you to succeed. they'll get mad. Like they'll try to crabs in a bucket, right? And we'll just always be down there in that freaking bucket, like snapping at each other, making N-word jokes, whatever. Mark Mack, I get it. That's cool. It's if you think he's annoying, like I said, that's like, I get, like, if you don't want to watch it or whatever, like I said, I don't watch it. I watch a lot of stuff. I don't watch Jaredism or Adam Green or anything. Don't watch Really Graceful that much. But I'll talk, if you don't like it, like, no big deal. Like the show might not work out. It might not. It's just a really, really, really hard business. Super hard. That's all. It's not easy just because, he got a channel that had a bunch of subscribers and stuff, but it's not that easy. You can't just say, oh, it's going to work. You got to get the right guests. You have to do the right things, have the right opinions. Super difficult. Wouldn't want to be in his position at all. Really. It's like pressure. So anyway, I'm a little concerned. Like he's basically bait tonight. But when I told him early on, I was like, dude, you got to be careful. That's what I told him early on. I just said, dude, these people are like, you don't understand. Like I've seen them face to face. They're not okay. There's something wrong with them. Like you can't just assume they're going to be human and not do something really bad. Because, they can. Ask Andy, no. Or, like what happened to me was no big deal. But I've seen worse stuff. But anyway, I wish him the best and all that. And I just wanted to say, I just wanted to show you the nature of the criticism and just say, I know Alex, I support him. Hope the show works out. If it doesn't, like, it's not the end of the world. Like he's got, like that's life. Stuff doesn't work out all the time. I have a bunch of things not work out. Yeah, Wade Allen. Yeah, that is classic. It might have been some trans. I'm not sure. At the time, I wasn't even thinking about it. I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm not going to say like it wasn't a big deal just because it was a trans person. But now I've seen other trans stuff, other trans violence. So I don't know. But no, we're inclusive. We're inclusive. This is inclusive, advertiser-friendly content. The whole show. Maxby says, no one has time to harass people. Anyone that does is either being paid or literally wasting their life. Well, it's they're not always being paid. Like I had people coming after me just because they really, really disliked me. Same thing with Eliza Blue. She said everybody was being paid. People were really mad. People were really mad at me too when it happened to me. It wasn't just some people I think might have been paid. Yeah, like Bombard. I'd ask her though. I'm curious. I'd forgive her. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Doesn't matter. I don't care. It didn't hurt my feelings. Stupid video anyway. Like nobody cared. But I am curious. I'd just like to know. Because I'm admitting, I admitted today that I was put, like, we're going to talk about in future shows. Let's see. Did anybody? I'm worried now. Now I'm worried. I thought it was a good show. And everybody says, so speaking of conspiracy theories, who is older? Wow. Now you guys proved my point. Okay, let me refresh this. Oh, this is concerning, guys. It's concerning. Wow. Okay, well, we did well on the last stream. We did pretty well last week overall. But it is, wow, 3 hours of this. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Okay, thanks over on Rockfin. Thanks, Vogan Filter. Vogan Filter is like throwing down everything. Vogan Filter is responsible for 75% of the show's income today. Thank you, Vogan Filter, so far. You guys still have time. Just go to buymeacoffee.com. Did I tell you about the t-shirt offer? If you become a member. Vogan Filter says, what do you think is going on with all these idiots who claim they don't pay for blue check and it's still there? I find it hard to believe Elon all altruistic. Lich, I can answer that. I'll answer that. Thank you, Vogan Filter, because you tipped and you asked a question. I can answer it. I think Elon Musk is like not schizo exactly, but I posted this and then people interpreted it wrong or something. But I just said Elon Musk makes emotional decisions, like rash decisions, and then changes his mind. Basically, did it with Substack, did it with a bunch of stuff. Like he'll just say, "Oh, like that's it. We're gonna ban everything," and then he's like, "Oh, okay, sorry. Like it's pissing people off. Sorry. Think better of it. Do something different." So I think what they did with the blue checks was, yeah, he was like, "Oh, we're gonna take it away from. We're really gonna punish these people. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Like they're gonna pay. Like we're gonna get them to pay." That's what he has to do. It all ties together. Is because everything is about advertisers. In a sense, a lot of things have to do with advertisers. Unless you're getting paid directly, remember, this show's not monetized. Without your support, I get nothing for doing this. That's why I have to threaten, beg, plead, cajole, psyop you into just thinking it's the awesomest thing ever to support this show. Like, of your own free will. Because I guess the advertisers haven't figured it out yet, but I'm trying. But that's the thing with Twitter. Elon Musk, free speech is not advertiser friendly. Like, I'm just coming to tie it all together. Free speech isn't advertiser friendly because people say stuff that offends people, including me. So Twitter, when Elon Musk took over and gave it freer speech, there's no such thing. I mean, there's almost no such thing. It's pretty, in America, it's pretty close. You can stand on a street corner, you can say stuff. But when he changed to the new Twitter, he had to start figuring out how to get money directly from people, just like I have to do. When I stopped being monetized on YouTube, then I had to start demanding that you guys support the show directly. Become members, just do something. Otherwise, I'm learning about AI. Like, I'm really valuable in other ways that could be equally satisfying. But yeah, that's what Twitter had to do. So I'm just like, just to wrap it all up, I guess, is I don't know, like things maybe have to be kind of advertiser friendly, like enough. Because I don't think people are making it on Rumble, on like anywhere, making it totally work. I don't know. Substack, yes. Substack, yes. It's different. For writers, people subscribe directly. It's perfect for writers. I could write more. I wrote some. You can subscribe there too. Substack, lifttheveil.substack.com. Okay, so check it out. The results of the poll for the final conspiracy theory, and then we're going to have to sign out. Hopefully, I did get some coffees, though. I did get coffees since the last show. And it's totally possible, and you're welcome to do whatever you want. If it involves like buying several coffees and going to the website, buymeacoffee.com/lifttheveil, and just like whatever. Money's not even real. That's why, in a way, I don't feel like when I say money isn't real, like I don't feel bad sometimes because when I had made a lot of money, didn't matter how much I made. My bank account was almost always zero right before I got paid the next time. Like it almost didn't matter what I spent money on or whatever. If I give somebody $5 on YouTube or something, you think, oh, geez. And it's always the same. Bank account eventually is pretty much at zero again. And then a check, like the next day or whatever. Somehow. Not Jordan bought 5 coffees, said, hey, I haven't called in a while. Love you, man. Best show. This is my show. I listen to a lot, but most shows don't have sanity effect that you have on me. Thanks for saying so consistent. Oh, it's really nice. Sanity. I mean, my goodness. You don't even know. Thank you very much, Not Jordan. 5 coffees. Someone bought 5 coffees. Says, we all take our turn to be the idiot. I do every day. The ones that don't are probably AI. Thank you, as always, for your truth. Thanks, someone who bought 5 coffees. You're awesome. You guys are cool. Okay, well, Jim wants to call in, so I'll open up the phone for Jim. I think it's open now. So that was my pitch for everything. Hopefully everything goes cool with Alex tonight at Berkeley. And you can call in 650-GAY-TAXI. I'll tell you my taxi story. Yeah. When I started podcasting, I have that story. I thought I was really crazy. And there are clips of me saying that because there were a few things that happened to me in reality, which were so weird and seemingly improbable that I assumed that I made them up in my head. I later verified that they did really happen. And I was like, oh, wow. And I thought something completely different. Hey, you're on the air.
Hey, Nate, Be More Busker Jim. How you doing?
Good, man. How have you been?
I'm doing pretty good. Shit, you were just gonna talk about something that I called. What were you gonna talk about?
What's
You were
that?
talking about?
No, I'm just wondering
We
how
were
you're
talking
doing. Is
about-
everything going okay?
No, I was listening to you on the television. You started talking about something, and then I accidentally dialed your number.
Accidentally? How did you accidentally
Well, I mean,
dial my number?
because I have the number punched in, and I hit call.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, that's not super accidental. You actually had, okay, just, okay, I'm not like giving you a hard time, but you had to actually punch in the numbers first, and then you accidentally, or was it saved?
I punched in the numbers until I was waiting for you, and then I accidentally hit the button, and then I called you.
Okay, so it's like a little, okay, well, cool, man. It's good to hear from you. Everything been okay? I'm actually just glad to hear from you. Glad you're doing okay, or if you are.
Yeah, man. Fucking, sorry, my language, but Baltimore, I'm not really seeing it, but downtown Baltimore is really bad now. I'm hearing really bad.
Really?
Extremely bad. Almost Chicago bad.
I can imagine, man. That place was, I spent a lot of time going up to Baltimore, and I'd go around to take like, I would like do photography and stuff, like take pictures and stuff. And it's a weird city. Some of it is so ghetto.
It's total. There's a whole big section of ghettos everywhere.
Yeah, but I really liked what was the part of, it's not called the Inner Harbor. It's called what is the part
Fells Point.
Fells Point, yeah, super nice.
Yeah, dude, you went down there?
Yeah, well, Homicide was shot there, so I would go there for
no shit.
I would go there for auditions all the time. They had like Homicide Life on the
Street. I totally
Street.
forgot that.
was shot in Baltimore, and it was shot in like an old building. And so when I'd go for auditions, I'd go there, and eventually I got a part on that show. But then also I dated somebody who went to Johns Hopkins for medical school. So I went and visited that person, or her, I should say, in case anybody's trying to make insinuations. But yeah, but I lived in DC, so yeah, I would go to Baltimore a lot. Yeah, I could see it being rough. Some of the streets, man, are just really scary.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm really heartbroken about Fells Point, man, because I used to go busking there. In fact, I've got like a whole playlist of videos on my Be More Busker YouTube that is in Fells Point. And man, the only videos I've seen at Fells Point recently are like a big white woman getting like knocked down on the ground by
Really?
a black dude. Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, scary. That was a really nice area. I really liked it there at Fells Point. It was like really cool, I thought.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely places you don't want to be, but Fells Point is relatively calm, and unless you get the random drunk dude who's acting like an asshole, you gotta avoid them. But
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
but I mean, I spent a lot of time down there, and it was my home away from home, but now my home away from home is dead. Like
Scary.
Fells and a lot of Baltimore is getting really screwed up.
Scary.
Like,
Wow.
kind of not almost parallel to Chicago.
Really? Wow. Well, if you you can always send me any content you have showing that. I'm curious. It's sad.
Yeah, but I had something earlier and I freaking lost it. I was gonna send it to you.
Okay. Well, I'm interested, so send it to me.
Yeah, totally. But also I was thinking about your stream tonight. Dylan Mulvaney. He
Whoa. Watch the misgendering, sir. We're advertiser friendly now. We're super advertiser friendly. We never misgender on purpose. Sometimes by accident, but we apologize.
Well, I mean,
you know that Dylan Mulvaney. Yeah.
That's Baltimore. That's Baltimore.
Baltimore. Yeah, I know.
I mean,
you guys have one of the worst. It is one of the worst local accents. But Pittsburgh is Pittsburgh is similar, but maybe is probably even worse.
Yeah, it totally is. There's a lot of places. Well, maybe a few places that have that kind of, but Baltimore is definitely, and Catonsville and Jesus.
Anyway, what are you saying? So what was your point going to be about?
Yeah, Dylan Mulvaney. That the Bud Light thing. I think Jim Brewer is pretty awesome, but Joe Rogan, he's kind of a turkey.
Yeah, he's a turkey. He's a little turkey-like, but he's talented. He's not wrong all the time. So
he is a talented dude, but and he does bring a lot of shit to light a lot of times.
Yeah.
A lot of times it's just kind of.
Yeah, he did really important work. He had on really important people at important times. So yeah, and
I think so too. Yeah.
So, and
what do you think of the one dude who used to have on a whole lot, who was a archaeologist / pseudo whatever?
No, I don't know who you're talking about. That he had on. Yeah, I like him a lot. Yeah, he has a Netflix special and stuff. Yeah, I love that stuff about the pyramids.
Graham Hancock.
Yeah, and he had on the UFO guy. He had on the UFO guy too. That was cool. The guy that was at Area 51. So yeah.
Yeah. Man, anyway, thanks for letting me call in.
Good to hear from you, Jim. Glad you're doing okay.
Yeah, I'm doing great, man. You have a great evening, dude.
All right. Have a good one.
See you, man.
See ya. Okay, cool. Great. We heard from Jim. Just make sure he's okay. Yeah, he's been listening forever. He calls in all the time. Okay, I did get some coffees. Thank you. Someone bought 3 coffees. Says Truth Matters Love from MB in UK. Cool. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. You're awesome. You sponsored this show. Yeah, if anybody else wants to, that's the way to do it. And finally, the poll like, you are proving my crazy conspiracy theory point, which is like people say, people are critical of Alex Jones, like Adam Green, for example, really critical of Alex Jones, like spends all like a lot of time thinking about Alex Jones and like how bad he is. He thinks I'm crazy because I'm like, well, he looks like somebody else who supposedly died on a date that coincidentally adds up to a 33. I don't know. Might not mean anything, but does he's supposed to be I don't know how old he is. I'm 44 for reference. Alex Jones is definitely younger than Tucker Carlson in reality. So you do the math. He looks older to me. Bill Hicks would have been about 12 years older. Alex Jones is 49. Tucker Carlson is 53. What do you think? Joe Rogan is 55. I'm 44. So let's see. What do you think? Sean Hannity is 61. There are a few people there. What do you think? Joe Rogan and Tucker Carlson. Is Alex Jones? I figured it out. Alex Jones is either 6 years younger than Joe Rogan or maybe 6 years older than Joe Rogan, which is how he looks. But too many people are like, oh man, you're really off the deep end this time. Oh my God. Like, that'll just discredit me. I can't, like, I would never even look at that. That's the way Adam is. It's like, oh, come on. People just think you're a conspiracy theorist. Like, it's not serious. Like, well, okay. Okay, I get it. I'm learning. All right, that's it. I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for the coffees. Anybody who gives them to me, you can still buymeacoffee.com/leftheveil. Let's see. Rumble worked out. Rumble is so weird. 43 people and some people are there. Make sure to follow me on YouTube. I see you guys. There's Spalda. Oh, look, a bunch of people are there. Holy cow. Look at you guys. A bunch of people showed up. How cool. I don't see any. You have the option to super chat there, right? And they take a last. Come on. You can do it. Doesn't matter anyway. It's all fake. It's all going to burn down. It's all going to be worth nothing soon. The best thing you can do is just like spend it as fast as you can. Like, invest into something valuable like this show. Because one day, like, I might be like, oh, geez. Otherwise, I might get the impression that you don't like me, and then I'll be really sad. And then when I'm sad, sometimes I don't perform as well. You participate. You guys, like, this is a community experience. You're here. You have to show up on time to make sure, like, I don't get spun out. But, okay, maybe tomorrow is going to be the big show where I really talk about stuff that's totally different than what you've ever heard before about how people get used. People like me, maybe people like Tucker, maybe anybody. Elvis, holy crap, really? No, that's not true. But thank you, that's cool. Elvis, that's really nice. It's okay. You don't have to say all. It's cool. Just say a few of us, something like that. Like if you said a few of us really like you, I'd believe it. I'd be like, oh yeah, that's true. I think. Like, I think there are a few people that really like the show. There's some people that tune in, like, they're not sure. Like, they don't know. Like, it's really. And there are some people that tune in to see what I do wrong, probably. Okay. All right. That's it. I can't like stream forever. Okay. I got to go. Going to get my hair cut today. I got to walk the dog. Got to eat. so many different things. Oh, and then views. JJ, you're going to help me with the UPS thing. Awesome. We're solving problems. We're getting things done. The show is great. I got to cut out that segment. Elvis, holy crap. More? And you're rich. Nice picture. That's cool. Do you do podcasting or something? You got a microphone? You're a singer, artist? Can we promote you? You want to like pay me to promote you? And then we can get people to buy your record or something? I'm just kidding. You have to. No, I wouldn't do that. Thanks, Elvis. That's nice. A few of us. Okay, good enough. Fine, I can get it. I'll get through the day now. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. All right. Well done. See you guys at the next one. Okay, 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time, if like everything works exactly right. Have a good one. For now, that is. Oops. Hold on. One more tip. Hold on. Yeah, Vogan Filter. I answered that question about the blue check. He decided to give them back, right? Sorry. Just want to make sure I answer all my super tips and stuff, especially from him. Yeah, the blue checks. I guess he decided, he was like, oh, yeah, okay, they can have them if they have over 1 million subscribers or something like that. He was like, oh, yeah, it is kind of crazy, I guess. That's it. Okay. For now, that is what it is.